So, when we last left off, you guys were at the castle, at the tower, the watchtower, having a bit of a tiff with some cultists and some soldiers and a few witch hunters, or a witch hunter, and yourselves, in an effort to get back into the tower and figure out what happened to Erdem and maybe rescue him. At least that's what the intent was, or at least the public information. Subconsciously, I think you guys just wanted the loot. But anyways, you guys had returned there, had a big running fight with Atelka, some sort of demon creature she summoned, whole bunch of her cultists, and at this point the fight has pretty much run down. All the cultists appear to be defeated. Most of the guards or soldiers are killed and defeated as well. I know we have Dip and your other guy over on the boat. They've taken control of that. The demon, I want to say, was defeated.
Yeah. He disintegrated.
Actually, I want to say it's not defeated, but it was defeated.
He disintegrated
and then, meanwhile, he had gone inside to deal with the witch hunter and the hammer and so forth. So, where we start off is you're inside. The hammer has just had the spike jammed through it, dispelling the flame, apparently relieving you of whatever influence it has and destroying the hammer. And the witch hunter has leveled his pistol at your head, pointing it at you, ordering you to stand your ground. Behind you is another guard, sword out, shield out, ready to go. As they, now that the first threat is gone, they appear to have turned on you. Okay. Outside, the battle quiets down, and then from inside the tower, you hear a single gunshot. What are you guys doing?
Bleeding.
Right. Some of you are bleeding and on the ground. Some of you are just bleeding. I don't know if anybody, how dire anybody is. You did see the priest go into the tower after the witch hunter, and you know at least 2 of the guards had gone in at that point. I think maybe 1. Actually, you hear a gunshot from inside the tower. What would you guys like to do?
Throw one of my blood coagulates at their Bleedy John there.
Okay, are you conscious?
Oh, I'm conscious, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He just falls beside him. And I say, tie her up.
Okay.
I just knocked out Atelka.
Okay.
I head for the building.
Okay, you run towards the building?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it! You gotta get her to sign it. That's why you said.
I think you gag her too.
No longer dying.
Spellcaster.
Yeah, she's gonna have ring.
Okay, what are you doing over at the boat?
Was there anything in the boat of value?
You gonna jump down in the hold and start searching it?
I thought
You've literally just taken out the guys that are on the top of it.
Well,
The fight has basically ended. You see him running for the tower. He's laying on the ground bleeding. You're standing there over a couple of dead soldiers and dead cultists. The dwarf is over by the evil cultist, Atelka.
well, I figure the gunshot probably means something bad, so I'll start running over to the tower as well.
Okay, so you hop off the boat and head for the tower?
And Dwarf will reload his crossbow.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit longer to get there since you're further out.
That's okay.
And you were hiding in the forest, I think.
No,
Some of your guys were.
2 of them were.
Right.
Adam and Jonathan were in the forest. They
Okay.
didn't get that deep. Dimzad and Borgar are with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna, I guess, call for Jonathan and Adam. Try to find them, I guess, real quick.
Okay, so you're going to look for your other guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are the first to run in there. You head up to the top of the stairs. As you come around, you see the witch hunter standing on the far side of the room. Gun is still smoking. You see the priest rolled over on his side to the side of the room, and one of the soldiers gurgling on the ground with a bullet wound to his neck. His face is distorted and has green veins all across it, and almost looks like fangs coming out of his teeth, out of his mouth.
Is he dropping?
No, he's on the ground. Yeah,
He's on the ground gurgling.
Yes,
Blood up.
yeah, choking on the blood.
The guards is?
Yes, so one of the soldiers.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm on my side.
You jumped out of the way
Oh,
as he fired at you, but at the guard behind you. Okay.
My drawers.
So he's not unconscious.
He's not unconscious. I mean, he's injured, I think, from the fight.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it doesn't look like he has a recent bullet wound.
Well, then I will.
Yeah, I'm pretty beat.
I'll rush to his aid.
Okay.
I'll put my rapier away, even,
Okay.
and pull out one of my healing drops and give it to him.
Okay.
Okay.
So your toughness bonus times 5
Nice.
in health.
And say, what happened to your man?
So I have a toughness bonus of 5, so 25 points.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how much it gives. He was under the influence. Been watching him for days. You are not. What was the guy's name?
Caster.
Yes. He turns to you and says, "You are most definitely not Castor Lieberung."
That would be true.
Absolutely.
I am Friedrich von.
Yes, I suspected as much.
I'm tired, man. I've been up since 3 this morning.
I'm totally not this person. I'm Friedrich Vaughn.
Whatever.
Quick, think of an alias.
Hold on. Pull up my cards here.
What's the good name I used in town?
Castor's body was disposed of by mutants long ago.
Yeah, we were actually investigating this cult as well, and yeah, that's
Well,
how we got wrapped up in this whole thing. We
the-
found him, and
The Purple Hand is hunting for you.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you were unaware, he goes over.
I don't have the purple hand tattoo, right?
No.
I'll like pull down my armor and show him. See,
Okay, he glances at you momentarily. Doesn't seem really interested in looking at your chest. He pulls out his rapier, stabs the soldier on the ground through the head, jabs it around a little bit to make sure he's thoroughly dead, and then slices open his sleeve. And on the inside of his arm, you see a little tattoo that bears a vague resemblance to a purple hand.
Like the purple hand we saw
Right.
months ago.
is
Right.
this one of your retinue, or was this a tower guard?
This is one of the soldiers assigned to my squad. This cult has infiltrated many levels of the Empire. It's my job to seek them out. And from my investigation, they had been seeking a Castor Lieberung in this area. Fortunately for me, Castor is somebody I knew when I was younger. So I knew you were not him. You don't seem to have the same air of authority as he did. But your resemblance is unusual. And with this chaos artifact here, with its obvious influence, I felt it was time to at least intervene. Unfortunately, you guys fled before I could really confirm my suspicions.
Where's our friend,
Him?
the wizard?
Yes.
He's locked up. He taps on the ground.
Have you investigated the symbology in the basement?
Yes, it opened into a secret chaos lair. I felt the wizard would be best placed down there.
Okay, let's go get our friend.
Can we
And
see?
I'm-
I mean, yeah.
I'm just kidding. At this point, I'm just gonna walk away and start.
Okay.
Long hair.
Fuck him and his lack of authority.
Does-
I'm taking charge.
Does
I'm going
he?
downstairs
She?
to-
It's Elka. Short black hair.
Huh?
we don't have the keys.
I don't care. It's good enough.
Yeah, who's?
He's got the keys.
Let's get our friend. Come on, let's get the key. And let's go get our friend.
Good. Patience. Let's deal with the rest of these.
Okay.
What do you mean
The
rest?
the wizard is going nowhere.
Okay. So the rest of these, what about the rest of your men? I saw fireballs on the roof and everything like that.
There's one guy left on the roof that's injured. He works his way down the ladder now that the fight's basically over. The other guy up there was killed in the fireball. And then there is one injured guy out front that was left. So he goes over there and starts tending to wounds, checking the rest of the cultists, stabbing them once or twice to make sure they're actually dead.
Towards that guy, I want to go.
I'll talk up.
Yeah,
Tell.
towards her.
Okay.
I want to go with him.
Okay.
I'm right there.
I said, man,
Yeah.
I managed to knock
You,
her out.
yeah. If she's not,
Never strange.
she's out. Did you actually knock her out, or
Yes,
what?
that
Okay.
was the critical I managed to
Okay.
roll that.
The first subdual critical I've ever seen. Knox in the air.
Just knocked her out. I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. She's knocked out and I guess tied up, and I think you were suggesting gagging her.
Well, she's a spellcaster.
It's a good idea, but I'm shaving her bald first. Well, that's fine. We can get
Okay.
her, but I'm starting to shave
So you
her.
pull out your battle axe, and start shaving her.
That knife.
Okay.
We walk up and he's just shaving her. Like, this is odd.
This is how you shave people with the battle axe.
That's really
It's a
close.
sign of shame.
Oh.
Stupid chaos.
It's a
witch.
clean shave. Okay. Yeah. He has her in his arms, and he's like fairly crudely cutting the hair off. He takes one look at him and says, "Okay, I'll wait till he's done."
Yeah, she apparently stole his clan's mine, and that's what he's here to get a signature from her to get that mine back before you go stabbing her in the neck or whatever you do.
The mine's down in Grisdenwald.
Yes, that was his family's mine apparently.
I understood that was a legally binding agreement.
But
Checking her for documents when I'm done.
Okay.
from what I learned from the dwarves when they got sober,
Uh-huh.
it was they were charmed out of it. So we were coming to her to ask her to bring him to sign it back over, and turned out she's like a crazy witch fireball demon.
Okay, well, I don't necessarily have any jurisdiction over that, but standard imperial law would let the courts decide, but most likely the crown would take possession of the mine.
Yeah.
That is on.
Unless you have a means of proving charm or other undue influence,
Well,
any forced action to transfer ownership would be null and void under the crown.
yeah, she's obviously tricksy for sure.
Yes, chaos worshippers forfeit all property to the crown.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought it was a law that if you were to take them down or bring them to the crown, you were given their possessions, like a
Right of salvage? No.
right of salvage.
No.
No, if you find something, then you can do right of salvage. That's how we did it with our boat. We found her mine. It was
No, turning in the cultists to the crown for imprisonment or death does not give you rights to all of their property.
Okay.
All property becomes seized by the crown.
Gotcha.
Where's all of our stuff?
In the tower.
No.
I'm gonna start searching her.
Okay.
See what she's got on her.
Okay.
He's busy cutting.
Yeah. He's got most of the hair off. They're just little patches here and there, and more than a little bit of blood. And he's covered in fur or hair or whatever that he's like scraped off of her.
I'm looking to see if she's got any
The knife is a mix of mud and blood and hair at this point.
grease trouble.
And now he throws down the knife and just starts rifling through all her pockets and.
But we're looking for not just the deed or whatnot, but any correspondence she might have, which might prove that she did that.
Okay. No, she doesn't have a deed or anything like that. No, she doesn't have a note saying those stupid dwarves.
If it wasn't for these kids.
Turns out it's just been sitting
Okay.
in the tower the entire day.
I never searched it. It's all I can
Start
think
dragging the
of.
bodies.
It's just sitting on her desk.
Like making them up.
Organize them.
Lining them up to bury them.
Okay. Okay. Start dealing with the dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go investigate the ashes of the demon. You said it
Okay.
disintegrated.
It did. It's left a dark purple stain on the ground, mixed with the blood of the people that it was fighting, discoloring the grass and leaving it brittle to the touch.
Burn it.
I was gonna suggest keep it.
Burn it.
Keep it in like a jar.
Oh, burn it.
Intrusive.
Did I end up finding?
Okay.
Have you learned
Yeah.
nothing?
The witch hunter glances your direction as you comment about what you want to do with it.
Okay. Fine, I'll
Did I
burn it.
find my two other people?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to basically go start doing the same thing that
Helping
he's
him?
doing, basically.
Okay.
Like Yeah.
I'll try to, now that she's all tied up, and I'm going to try to bring her around with the witch hunter there. See
Okay.
if I can get her to, with any hope, if you wander off for a minute, I'm going to try to get her to admit to what she did.
If I don't find the documents.
Yeah, you don't find any documents.
Not yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after he's gone, I'm going to try to bring her back.
Okay. The only thing of gear that she had, other than her knife that she was using, that's laying on the ground, she has like a satchel that has the remnants of some trail food, and some basic personal effects, things like that. Nothing really of note or value.
Head to the boat to search it.
Okay.
So I will, I'll try to wake her up and question her about the...
Okay. Give me a medicine roll.
Woohoo, I've got a +5 to heal. Heal is intelligence?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh no. You killed her.
Would you like some milk?
I might have killed her.
Oh, Jesus. Wake up!
Well,
How bad's your roll?
I got a 3, so...
Oh, okay. Well,
Probably shouldn't
yeah.
kill
Roll
her.
roll again.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just right off the bat today.
Gotta
Let's
put
go
the
ahead and
bandages
use one
tight
of
around the
those.
neck.
That's right.
That's
Must
right.
put a tourniquet around that vital
Why
neck.
isn't this stopping her from breathing? Oh, that's much better. Okay, so...
I've heard if you choke people, they wake up.
123.
23?
123.
123. Okay. So you amend your process and give her some basic first aid. After a little bit, her eyes open up. She wakes up. The witch hunter is standing back behind you with a sense of impatience. She wakes up and looks at you, looks fearfully at you, and then at the witch hunter.
Hi, witch. You know what he is. And what he's going to do to you. Very soon.
Okay.
So in the meantime,
Wow. So
how did you
sad.
get that mine from the dwarves? Like, how did you trick them? Because I'm looking to do the same. I want that mine. And,
I didn't trick them. The dwarfs wanted gold. I gave them gold.
Right. But how did you get that gold to them? Like, how did they, like, where'd you get the gold from?
My family.
Family. Where's your family from?
From Nuln.
From Nome?
Yes, I bought the mine.
Fair and square?
Yeah?
Dang it. I was looking for a sidetrack, 'cause I don't got family or money.
You go back and
No, I'm not a criminal.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you
You're
there.
the one who sold the mine.
You see this crispy, like, you messed up half my mustache. That's criminal.
Well, that's because you're not a true believer.
Well, I don't plan on believing the garbage that rolls out.
Well, and such is the fate of all you cowards in life. But no, I broke no laws with the mine.
Jonathan's like scarred all over the place. His metal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a fanatic, not a criminal.
Gotcha.
If you understand the difference.
Yeah. True. That's almost worse. That's almost worse for me.
Probably.
Yeah, well, then, not much else you can help me with. So, hey, have a good one. And
Leave her to the witch hunter.
she's all yours.
Okay.
I'll walk towards the castle.
Okay.
Doesn't she have? Well, I'm doing something else.
I
never
probably
mind.
should have told you this before I said what I was doing. Like, while I'm moving the soldiers' bodies, could I also, like, me and my recruits, take a look at the cultists, see if they have any, like, gold pouches?
Loot them?
Yes.
Yes. I'm assuming that's sort of what's going on with most of the group as you guys are gathering bodies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fine.
I mean, it's up to you whether you want to do that with soldiers. That's a separate thing. But the cultists, I'm assuming you guys are grabbing whatever you can that's not tied down.
The soldiers,
So, okay.
I'm gonna watch what the witch hunter does to her.
Oh yeah, he walks up and says by the rule of well, I forget what the emperor's name. By the rule of the emperor, yeah, Karl Franz, and under the jurisdiction of Sigmar, I judge you a heretic and a witch, and sentence you to death, and then stabs her through the neck.
I like it. I go, yes, and I put that awkward high five up. Hoping
Yeah, he doesn't respond to that. No.
no fellowship with that rolling.
No.
That's awesome.
He withdraws his rapier, wipes it off on her cloak, and starts heading back towards the tower.
So what can we do to get our friend back? Are you just leaving him in there because is there something like, has he got chaos going on or that we don't know about? Like
He's a wizard.
Right. Oh, absolutely. He's a.
Yes, you do. You do realize that the source of all magic is chaos, right?
I do.
Okay.
But he's a licensed college wizard, like with learning and stuff.
He never showed me any licenses, so.
Oh, he usually has that badge right there on his shirt. Like he shows it off all the time. It's ridiculous.
Well.
And I mean, like I told you before, between you and me, I can't read, but they think that I can. So I act like so maybe you're right. Maybe it's a completely fake one. I don't know.
Oh my god, this is great.
Don't know. He didn't present his credentials to me. He said he was willing to tell me everything he knew about the cultists. I left him in the cage for safekeeping for the time being.
How was he supposed to present to you his credentials if his hands were tied behind his back?
And who are you?
You're on the boat.
No.
You're the tower.
Yeah.
I was headed to the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And who are you? I'm familiar with him.
Well, answer my question first, please.
You said please, so it's okay.
Quick, use that mimicry.
Okay. So you seem to be under a false impression that you're in charge of the situation here.
I said please.
Yes, you did. Who are you?
Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Oh my god.
I'm on a show called How to Catch a Predator.
Is you gonna make up a name?
Yes. My name is Dip.
Dip. Okay.
And I know that sounds like a made up name, but honestly, that's his name.
And
All
the
he
other
wants
guy's
is a
name?
strip boat.
His name's Gore.
Yeah.
And
He wonders briefly about your upbringing, whether you're mentally challenged.
what's an upbringing?
So
What's your business here? The bounty hunter, I understand.
Well,
The priest, I understand.
I'm here to ask you how he was supposed to present to you his credentials if his hands were tied behind his back.
I thought he was a wizard.
Okay. I could say I'm a wizard, but it doesn't mean I can make things flow.
Are you a wizard? His hand edges towards his rapier.
he's been our transportation this whole time. I think the cultists may have burnt his boat a few days ago.
Do you need a transportation?
When we
I don't need transportation.
I'm a really good boatman.
Hopefully he's considered this
Are-
guy's really reasonable.
Unless you're a boat, I don't need your assistance.
I have a boat. It's right there.
In the dock.
On the water.
That boat?
Mhm.
Points to it. No, you probably missed part of the earlier conversation. Cultist property becomes property of the Empire.
I don't see a license saying the cultists owned it.
I don't see one that doesn't.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't explain anything. That's not how the law works.
He's a wizard.
Welcome to the Empire.
That's exactly how the law works.
Let's make a deal, right? I pay you.
Anyways,
You have no money.
you, Captain, I appreciate your help. My apologies for the wounds your men suffered. Fall in line. Help straighten these bodies. There'll be plenty of time to loot the bodies at the end. Leave the soldiers alone.
Yes, sir.
As like one of your guys is like reaching into a cultist pocket and everything.
I'm as we're walking past these bodies, cultists aiming soldiers on them.
Yeah, they're piling up the cultist bodies. They're lining up the soldiers.
I'm looking for the same greenish, fangish, to see if any more of them look like the dude that was inside the.
You don't see anything specific, anything like that.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to the top of the tower, check for the body at the top.
Okay. Yeah, you climb up to the top of the tower. There is a lot of fire damage and still a little bit of smoldering here and there. A broken crossbow that's been badly burnt on the side, and a charred body.
I'll bring that down and start trying to haul it down the tower.
Okay.
Squish.
Yeah.
It's more of a cracking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to transport
bacon,
because
man.
it's
You
a couple of
peel it
pieces.
off and, you know.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. They thought I was the messed up one.
So,
Or walk and cut the pattern.
anyways, if you yes.
As I'm moving the Imperial bodies,
Mhm.
whatever weapons they had that laid down on the ground, I just leave.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I can come back later and, pick them up later.
Sure.
But for now, I'm going to move the bodies, treat them with respect and everything, but if something falls off of them, it's going to stay there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You also have several other soldiers helping, so they may help a bit too much, conceivably.
If that happens, it happens.
Okay. So,
So, is our friend, as we're walking away, he's obviously held the body, so is our friend, Frederick, is he free of that possession that was there? It was like the
Yes.
hammer had him in it.
yes.
Will he be okay then? Like, is it?
Well, I don't know about that, but he's free of the influence of Zench for the time being.
Well, I do appreciate that you've saved him. I felt horrible putting a bullet in his head, but he seemed to be okay afterwards, which even worried me even more.
It didn't stick.
Bullets in the head tend to
Yes.
do a good
Well,
job.
he's also free of that influence as well, so the next bullet would probably finish him.
Oh, good. No.
I felt bad also getting hit by his hammer.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Yeah, the hammer won't hurt you any further, dwarf.
Ow.
So
My hand.
Now he's got my axe.
Show me on the ball where the hammer hits you.
can we go to where our gear is so I can see if the wizard's identification is there for you, so I can show it to you?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you're welcome to be in the tower. He drags the body of the one guard out and piles it with the cultists.
Really?
Yeah, the one soldier.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause
the
he's,
crop
yeah,
shoulder.
he's a monster.
I mean, I wear the badge
Well,
on my
I'm just-
person.
right. I'll go.
So you guys go over there. For the most part, your gear is there.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of it's mixed up. But anything in general that you guys had that you didn't find when you guys originally escaped, consider that there.
Okay. And
Dad's
then
like,
I
oh
find-
my gear!
So I find his bag. Is there anything in there that would constitute
A spell book.
But I don't read.
Correct.
But I know it's a
He's
spell
probably
book
burning.
because I've seen it.
You find a book filled with arcane and disturbing symbols.
Yes.
It would get burnt by the witch hunter.
And I'm still going through stuff. Will you come with me so I can see if he can present us with it? Because it's not here in his stuff. He must have been wearing it like he's supposed to. It just must have been folded up in his gown or cloak or whatever he wears. I think it was a gown.
I'm not for wearing
It's a dress.
Those are real words.
I wear pants.
Now we're gonna just wear a nightgown everywhere.
See, Wizards of Light wear bathrobes,
Yeah.
so they can flash
The
you.
wind blows. See the force. No, nobody. Pervert. Enough.
Okay.
Is that something we can do? You leave him in the
I'm so
pit.
glad
Like,
we're
he
being
could
filmed.
That's right.
probably show us from. He could probably show us from in the pit, right? I mean,
I guess.
I appreciate that. So I'll go over to where the thing in the floor is, I guess. and
But
wait-
not,
wait for him to open.
he waits for you, and then he says, "No, it's this way."
Oh, okay.
And he takes you down the side of the stairs where the other opening opens up.
Oh, okay.
Leads you in there to where the pentagram was with the 6 keyholes.
Yeah.
Pulls the keys out of his pocket. He hands them to you so you can put them in.
So he didn't seem to know about the other opening up
He
top.
he didn't care to go that way because it drops down to here.
Gotcha. I just didn't know if he didn't know I was gonna be like, hey, this is something cool. Okay, so I'll put the keys in. And then
Okay. You put it in. A section in the center of the room opens up quietly.
I back up.
Okay. He holds a torch over. Down below, you see the wizard laying on the ground, apparently asleep, possibly dead.
Erno, sleepy, wake up, man.
Okay. You wake up, look up, squinting and blinking in the light,
Okay.
and see the duelist and the witch hunter.
I'm trying to convince him that you're just a regular old wizard, and you need to show him your ID because I couldn't find it in your bag.
Okay, I guess
Do you have your ID?
I'll point at the big metallic badge that I've been wearing. That signifies I'm a wizard.
Is that from the college?
Yeah. Even when he put me down.
So you're going to vouch for him?
Yeah. Oh,
You-
absolutely. He's been helpful.
You and your group will vouch on your life that he's not a threat to chaos?
Yes, because he's been battling chaos with us right along.
Okay.
So
What? How the hell did I get drunk into something else?
So, will this? I mean, you obviously, like you said, you know that is not Caster, and
Correct. I do.
right, you do. Is there any way you could make a report to say, hey, they're not out here running chaos and don't need to be hunted down? I said because
Well, yeah, my next stop is to head back to the Church of Sigmar and tell them that their thoughts and suspicions were correct.
Caster,
I don't know why you guys fled Altdorf, but the church was very concerned about it. They were trying to get to the bottom of this problem over in Bogenhaven, and every time they tried to make contact, you and your group kept fleeing.
Oh, it was less fleeing and more going on to the next thing to try to catch this cultist.
So-
doing all the damage. We just apparently didn't catch it. And I heard that you were looking for us by the dwarf mine.
No,
No?
I've never gone that far south.
Oh. Well, maybe
It was up by the waterfall.
maybe there's another group, another guy looking for us then. Because
Oh yeah. There's at least 2 other witch hunters that were put on the trail.
gotcha.
Arguably not as reasonable as I might have been.
I gotcha. I agree. I agree. I haven't actually seen them, and then we've never been able to cross paths so we can explain ourselves. So I do appreciate you letting us explain ourselves.
Is there any documentation?
You're
might
you're
be
climbing up in
provided
this
that
time, okay? Just
There's no ladder.
We
We
got
could show
26
the other witch hunters.
And
how
far
long
down
they
is it?
stay,
Yeah, like 10 feet.
cross
yeah.
paths again.
I don't
No, I'll make a report at Altdorf, and that'll clear the case as soon as they check in.
Hey,
Until then, unfortunately, there's no way to call off a witch hunter, so to say.
pull up a witch hunt.
No, you have Johann, who comes from the Eastern Empire. He's always been fairly extreme. Seemed almost eager to take on the hunt, suspecting vampires and influence along those lines.
Oh man.
Probably don't want to run into him. He travels with a fairly large military unit.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, we saw him.
Tends to burn first and ask questions after.
Yeah, we saw him. One of the reasons why we left Altdorf is we saw him and his retinue. I believe.
I think that was in
And the other one that you should keep an eye out for is Carl. He presents himself as a holy man of many different religions, in order to get into the good graces of different groups. Travels alone, but don't underestimate his abilities. He's probably the one that you saw down south. He had left Altdorf in a coach heading south.
So he usually has a bunch of different
Yes.
holy symbols around
Yes.
his neck. That makes sense.
Did you interrogate a priest in what was it?
Deucin.
With him.
Bogenhaven, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was.
This is the boathouse. Yeah.
Yeah, in Grunberg.
Yes.
You beat that priest nearly to death.
Yes. He refused to answer my questions, as is my right. I took the matter into my own hands, literally.
You know he was an innocent, right?
None of us are innocent in the eyes of the Empire. It's all a matter of degrees of guilt.
Glad you say that.
I did leave him alive, if you note.
I will. I'll run up and get a rope. I'm sure there's got to be a rope
Sure.
here somewhere.
Sure.
Come down and get him out.
Okay. Haul him out,
I thought,
assuming he wants to get out.
I was getting ready to say.
Dwarf wants to go in.
This all looks like. I mean, who created this? It's opened up pretty seamlessly. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's like when they put the keys in, the stone almost like melts into the other stone around it,
That's
leaving a
insane.
circular hole.
I'm gonna look for dwarven stuff.
There's no dwarven markings or sign of work in this.
The dwarves that built this, that built the tower above this platform, had no idea that this was even here. They couldn't even find the seam either,
Got
which
a
was
bag.
crazy. Huh?
You got a bag.
A bag?
Yeah,
books in there.
he sees the rope and goes over to a table and starts picking up these gigantic books. They're like atlases or something.
I throw my bag down to him because all my bullets and everything are up there, and
Okay.
my shot and powder.
Are those books of grudges?
You use
no.
powder to burn his boat.
So here is the tower. I think you guys can see the whole map at this point.
Yeah.
The section he was in is down here on the southern end of the map. So you're certainly welcome to go explore it, although he tells you he's pretty much explored the whole thing.
12 hours of searching.
You're
Closer to 24.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the last rites and everything for those
Okay.
soldiers.
I'm gonna ask him where went the original boat that we came in on.
The original boat, we burned it.
So,
I knew that was coming.
is there a way to get a new one?
Certainly. I hear there's a town to the west here that specializes in boats.
I can't afford another one.
Well, I apologize for that.
But you burned the innocent's boat down.
It's all in the pursuit of chaos. Worked, didn't it?
No.
Points at all the cultists laying out there dead.
How did the boat burning equal us winning against the cultists?
It signaled the cultists to arrive at the
I
tower.
don't think that's what that did. I think they
Well,
did.
you must have faith then.
In what? In Manon? Because I am faithful to Manon.
Rule number 1 of the Witch Hunter Creed is the means always justify the end.
Means always justified. I don't understand what you're talking about.
so now that he's out of there, I'm gonna go up and start packing up my gear,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look around for I don't know, maybe a long rifle somewhere if there happens to still be one. in
No,
the
there's no
tower.
long rifle. The other guy that was with him
Yeah.
is not
Oh,
here.
I thought he was on the roof.
No.
Oh.
According to them, or according to him, he had dispatched, after you guys had fled, he had dispatched the patrol boat back to Altdorf to report the current findings and sent half of his group with him.
So they're still telling Altdorf we're bad until you go up to Altdorf.
No, they're reporting on the current status of the investigation.
Gotcha.
His stance has always been that you guys had been falsely accused because he knew the guy that you were trying to mimic, so he could tell the differences between how you acted versus how he knew his friend would act, or his acquaintance, not necessarily a friend.
Yeah.
The other ones, nobody else understands or believes it, according to him, because he looks too close to the guy that he was doubling. Okay.
So our best bet would be go to Altdorf at this point, then you think? And
Escort him to Altdorf.
yeah, and then is that where you're headed next? Is Altdorf then?
I'm heading to Altdorf to enter a full report.
Go on the boat for what you got.
He said,
I already asked
after
you
we
if you
finish
wanted to
moving all the
ride.
soldiers and
No,
the
no, like
cultists,
that's-
we're going to go in
He's
and
taking
get
it over the
remaining
boat.
stuff
We'll
in
take
the
it there
tower.
and see if we can.
Okay, get your stuff.
Church.
Yeah, and
Okay.
would now
Giving
be
us
the
stuff.
time to start searching the cultists?
You're welcome to search the cultists anytime you want, as long as the bodies have been taken care of. The witch hunter doesn't care.
Yeah, I'm going to get our stuff in the tower and then go search the cultists.
So
Okay.
do you think we don't want to destroy the tower because it's used as a signal tower for the
Can't
for
let
the
this
emperor?
stay.
But can we somehow seal this permanently underneath?
Well, without these keys, the tower can't be opened.
So we just destroy the keys completely.
Well, no, I will turn the keys into the temple
Oh,
for
good idea.
safekeeping.
Yeah, it's good.
In the meantime, whatever went on here needs to be investigated and put to rest.
Oh, absolutely.
I will mention to the witch hunter that these stones ward off magic. That might be a decent spot for like a new witch jail or something equivalent.
Useful. convenient that you were held there.
Was that
Really?
they like teleported?
Couldn't get out.
Are you saying teleport didn't work for you?
I didn't try teleport. I
Oh.
tried other spells.
It's just bouncing, fireballs bouncing back and forth, and there he's like, "Ugh."
On Friday, the video of his adventure will be
Yeah.
posted.
Oh,
You can see
good.
everything
I'm
he went
excited.
through.
Can't wait.
It's only about an hour of frustration for him.
know what happened.
So you're gonna take this other
There's a lot
boat
of reading.
to Altdorf then? Is that the plan?
Well, no, the patrol boat will be back in a day,
Gotcha.
and at that point, I will take the patrol boat, which is a lot more comfortable, and they will tow this other boat back to the city.
Because we need to get to Altdorf as well.
For what
Obviously,
purpose?
So he can speak to the church as well. I mean, obviously now that you've given your word to us that he's not caster, it'd probably be best for him to go before the church. Is that right?
Possibly, but if the other witch hunters are there, then that's not going to go well.
Well,
I'm willing to speak in your behalf. My suggestion is Altdorf is not yet safe for you.
okay.
We go no.
And Johann was
No,
south of
it's
here
even
though,
worse.
and he's the one that
That's where we met the
thinks
army.
it's vampires. Everything's vampires.
I will explain. I'll take a few minutes to explain what we went through back at.
Bogenhaven.
Bogenhaven was the first city with the
Yeah.
temple and everything. I'll
Give him a full accounting of it.
give him a full accounting,
Okay. He listens intently.
and I'll explain how that's how the hammer got so damn corrupted. Was we were using it to smash the portal and try to figure it out because
Ask him,
we're laymen. We didn't understand what was going down.
I'm going to ask him if he knows, like, describe the creature that was coming out at us to him, and see if he like recognizes that as a type of demon or.
Based on your descriptions, which as you guys retell it,
It's different.
each one seems to have a slightly different interpretation of what they saw. His conclusion is that it was either an aspect of Zench or Zench herself.
Gotcha. Especially seeing how that's what he was.
Correct.
channeling in the end.
And based on what you guys are saying about the events, that's assuming you're not hiding anything at this point. You're telling them the whole story. His conclusion is that when at the time you had tried to interact with the ring with your hammer, and as a result, it picked up an aspect of Zench, which was then having its way with you since then.
Well, now we know not to do that kind of thing.
And while everybody's
That is
telling
cool.
truth, I just break down and start crying. I'm like, I can't read.
You finally
I just
share with
look at him and
everybody.
go, yeah, we know.
chapter 1 ends. I can't read.
We know, buddy.
I'll teach you.
Good.
Okay, so the hammer itself that you were using,
Disgusting.
I know.
that has been broken into several shards at this point and is effectively useless. Okay.
I was hoping for a magically enchanted.
No,
hammer now.
you could conceivably have it reforged, but it's otherwise broken and useless.
That's okay.
Okay.
Is the
The nail is charred and cracked. And at least according to Wizard, doesn't seem to have any magical abilities any further.
Okay.
That's an issue.
would the church still want that, like as an artifact?
It's a historical artifact, yeah.
Can you take it back for me?
He will.
It sure
Well, okay. For me to have level 4, I had to have a relic. Well, this no longer qualify as a relic then?
Correct.
Hey,
If we reforge his
meld
hammer.
all this together.
That-
Reforge it.
Yeah, if we reforge his hammer, will that
Can you do that?
count as a religious?
Can I?
I don't know.
Do you know somebody who can?
Well, obviously I'm a dwarf.
Every other dwarf can do it.
Keep in mind, I do have 2 dwarves that were miners from the
Well, there is a specialty town just south of us.
We have 2 dwarfs that are
Mm-hmm.
I'll
minors.
gather up the
Yeah.
shards and
war
everything
miners. Now
Okay.
they're recruit.
and
Soldiers.
bag it all up. And
Okay.
Change the
it's worth an attempt.
Sure.
Dwarves go from
So
miners
where
to
does-
drugs.
Okay, we need to figure out where our next step is because going back to Altdorf isn't good. I want to go down to the town to Null
Right.
When's the witch hunter?
No,
to
you
get
wanna
a
go-
fort.
What?
To
When's the witch
reforge
hunter?
the hammer.
Witch hunters leaving the following morning when his patrol boat returns.
Firepower. The specialty town on the way.
Okay.
Could you
Is
pull
the
up
one with the big
those
elevator
notes?
going
Yeah,
on
yeah,
top?
yeah.
That's
Yes.
where Kenosha. I don't know. It's Wisconsin.
Because
Timberbat.
I found
Timberbat. Yeah, there we go.
Timberbat.
Good job, man.
found
So
The
let's
map
go.
right
But
here.
is it Kimberly
They're not
where I
listening
got
to you
my
right now.
haircut?
It's like you
Yeah,
disappear
we
for a
gotta
day and everybody
Okay,
forgets
I'm gonna-
about you.
I'm gonna stop the witch hunter for a minute. I'm gonna explain to him what happened at Kimperbad with having my hair cut and then confronted by the purple hand and all
As I
that.
said, the Purple Hand is actively seeking you at this point.
I get that, but I'm telling you, there's people in Kimperbad you might be interested in going and dealing with.
So
The
that's-
Purple Hand
Yeah.
has infiltrated most of the Western Empire.
Okay. Never
So-
mind. Then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that their agents are there. Again, he points to his dead guard. They even infiltrated my squad.
He might have an issue with Interbomb.
From what I understood, they are under the impression that you owe them a significant sum of money and have absconded or stolen it. Thus, they put out a death mark for you.
So are they just a group of thugs? Are they assassins? Or were they?
They're occultists.
They're just another set of cultists.
They are. This is the Purple
Oh,
Hand.
these are purple hands?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
These are cultists that worship Zench and its influence.
Didn't you pull up your sleeve and show us a purple hand on your arm?
No, on the guard that he had shot.
Okay.
The one
How
you-
dare
The
you
one that was in
accuse
the
me of
middle
being a
of
purple
transforming.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we were
I
to
didn't
find
pay
the purple
attention to
hand
you
and
talking.
extinguish them, I mean not the whole group obviously, but as we find them, is that legal? Like obviously
Don't get
killing-
caught.
Killing cultists though is good, right?
If you can prove their participation to the satisfaction of the local law.
Is the purple hand tattoo
Are you a
satisfaction?
Zinch
No, the
that's
purple,
not-
Purple Hand is a secret society.
Oh, okay.
Odds are most local authorities wouldn't know about it. So without the word of a trained witch hunter,
Gotcha.
it won't hold any influence. It'll just be another murder.
I know.
we get a
I
read-
can't.
Not
read,
that
but-
those are uncommon in the Empire, but I would not suggest civilians such as yourselves
Killing people.
go around just killing people and then tattooing them with purple
We're
hands.
not, okay. From a player to a GM's perspective, we're not really common people.
Correct,
We
but
got-
you're not
we
witch
got a
hunters.
yeah, I understand that, but we got a tier 3 warrior priest. We have a soldier of the Empire with a squad. We have a
Bounty hunter.
Right.
with
but-
a Richie Rich background. We have an ordained wizard with us.
Ordained.
He doesn't wear
Certified
his on the
wizard.
side.
Certified,
He doesn't wear
whatever.
his on the
Right.
side.
And all of that
we
is
are all incredibly uncommon.
absolutely. And you guys as a group are fairly powerful, obviously very competent. From the witch hunter's perspective, you are not witch hunters, therefore you are all civilians.
Well, and this goes into my next point. I'm going to ask him, are you, do you have enough authority to give us a writ of authority to
No.
seek out this corruption?
No.
How might we
That
go about that?
Teaching one of us to be a witch hunter.
are we hiring is what you're asking?
Sure.
Sure, the witch hunter schools are always looking for able-bodied sacrifices, willing participants, however you want to do it.
Man,
If you survive,
I actually planned on turning this guy into a witch hunter,
Mm-hmm.
but I want my tier 4 trait, Furious Assault, where I get to attack twice in a turn
yeah.
with a warhammer.
What is the best way to contact you? So if we find corruption somewhere, we need to be able to contact someone, and you seem to be the only person that knows that we aren't a murderous crew of chaos monsters.
If you send word to Heinrich at Altdorf, he will get information to me.
Okay.
Can you go around telling everybody that you've located us, you realize that we're on the good, and tell everybody where we are?
No,
That'll bring the purple hand to us.
that's not what we want.
Why not?
We're trying to cut the head off the snake, not fight the body of it.
We kill enough of them.
You and him have different intentions. He's perfectly fine attacking all of them.
Shall I go to school to be a witch hunter?
They're all bad.
Or should I go to become a wizard?
Which
How about a witch hunting wizard?
According to this guy, most
They don't like it.
most middle-sized towns have at least the basic capability to recruit and train witch hunters. It's uncommon. It's not a career path most people choose to follow because you generally die young or turn into sludge. as with corruption. But for those who survive and advance through the ranks, there's always options. There's plenty of things to hunt in the Empire, if that's the challenge you wish to seek. Without being a ordained or certified witch hunter with official license, he can't grant you the ability unless you are actually with him at the time, and he's not looking to hire a bunch of people.
So
He doesn't need mercenaries.
are we going to Nuln?
Temperament.
Because I need to go to a capital so I can go.
So which one did you want to show them?
Oh, we're do the one that gives us our next location. We gotta go to Wickendorf
Okay.
because I got a huge warp.
So there were 3 handouts you got.
Taking that away from him.
That was the first one.
No, it's not it.
That was the second one.
Really?
And that was the third one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So Wally had some downtime.
Right.
Very much.
I can't read it, so
Assassin and Witch Hunter are practically the same.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll make sure to show
I
the
think Witch Hunter is
bounty
a range
hunter
check.
people that we can't read.
I can read
Which
bounties.
others both?
Picture.
Witch Hunter's both
Shoot.
a warrior and a ranger.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Okay.
alive?
So we're finally going to where we were going to go to begin with.
No, this was 49 years ago.
I know, but we're finally going to where we were going to go after we went to the crater. We were like, we need to go to Wittengard, whatever the heck it was. Now we're
Wittendorf.
finally going there. Wittendorf. Okay.
That's up to you guys.
That was way.
I've heard Altdorf. I've heard Nuln.
It's the next city down.
Okay.
Kemperbad.
I'm going to Kemperbad because I want to see what happened with your hammer. You better pray over that like you never prayed over anything in your life.
I've been doing a lot of praying lately on this guy.
Let's get a couple priests involved. Drop some blood and all that good stuff.
Go on your question.
I don't have a question.
I understand he's got things to do here. Can we use the boat just to go to Kemperbat and come back?
It'll be there. You guys can pick it up on the way by.
It's a safer way for us to get where we need to go. We have an experienced sailor, so you don't have to worry about us wrecking it.
You realize we just fought an entire little war band of goblins just to get here.
I was just about to say that. I look at hey, we got great access from them, but
and a couple heads.
We also killed trolls.
Well, the trolls were on a different river thing, but
No, we literally an hour west of here fucking killed a bunch of goblins.
we did warn them about
I
the
killed
goblins and orcs.
Okay.
They're very close.
Yeah. Okay. He permits you to take the boat under the conditions that you will turn it in immediately at Kemperbad to the local authorities
Under his name.
under his name, and failure to do so will reverse all of his goodwill that he currently has towards you. Okay?
I do not
And
want
he's
that.
not Heinrich. He is Heinrich.
He's Heinrich.
He's Heinrich. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to come with us?
No. His job is to report to Altdorf what he's found regarding the cult and regarding the group.
Altdorf is on the
Effectively
way.
clear.
Altdorf is to the north. You guys are heading south. That's why they want the boat.
No, we're heading north first
Where to?
to
Kemperbad's
Kemperbad.
It's south.
Yeah, that's
Kemperbad's
south.
south.
Kemperbad is
I
here.
thought we were.
It's on the way to Wickendorf.
We got a bunch of stuff in the way here. Oh, my dumb self. Okay.
Can you move your books off the map, man?
Yeah. Dwarf shoves the books off the table.
I really have-
Where's the map? Stupid world. Yes, he's leaving tomorrow when the patrol boat returns
Okay.
to head to Altdorf. He'll give you permission to take the boat south. The boat is labeled the Oily Carp. To turn it in, as long as you guys agree to turn it in at Kemperbad to the local authorities.
Is the
I
boat,
can do that.
Is the boat able to hold all of our horses?
No.
It's the
Leave
same
my
size
damn
as ours.
horse. I won't
It was
ride.
no, it's smaller than your guys'
Smaller.
boat. Yeah.
He said that.
How many horses do you guys have?
2 war horses and 7
Riding horses.
riding horses.
So 9 horses. total.
No, you won't be able to take all the riding horses.
We should probably just take
I think the
There's a nice
9 were basically filling up your boat.
Yes.
So I'm going to approximate and say you got room for 5 horses.
2 war horses. Okay.
I say we just ride, then screw it.
I was going to say it's a nice clean path all the way to Kemperbad.
We got to cross the river though.
Well, you got to get down to the town first, and then there's a road that goes to Kemperbad. Yes.
Kemperbad have a college?
Horses
No.
are really
No,
expensive, man.
no one doesn't.
Kemperbad has a study, not a college.
I need a college.
To advance to level 2 or 3?
Go to Wizard.
Oh, to get a license?
Yeah.
You can learn without.
I thought it.
Witch hunter.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the witch hunter.
No.
Witch hunter is like, yeah, you can learn without. It's fine.
I need a wish list.
Just let me know where you're going to be.
Is there a bridge or a place
Ferry?
to ford the river? A ferry?
Over at Kemperbad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And
according to-
it switches
Yeah,
sides.
a lot of people say it switches sides. Sometimes it's on the west coast, sometimes it's on the east.
It's almost like you're coming from two directions.
So, you might not even need a ferry.
All right, yeah, let's just take the horses, and you've got 4. Is Zella still with us?
We're going to spend the night here, though, right?
No? Yeah, we can
Is
spend
this
the night here.
Inquisitor
I am
Stupid.
horribly beat the heck
Oh, yeah.
up. So does-
The hat?
so does
Yeah.
those people, yeah.
He's wearing
Jonathan's
Yeah.
like
Badge of office.
screaming in
That's right.
pain still.
Oh, we got to peel that armor
so
off him.
terrible
No.
looking.
It's their
It's
badge of
melted
office.
to
It's how you
his
know that
skin.
they are a witch hunter.
He's in a
I
tunnel.
understand.
Yeah, literally. And
Terrible looking hat. It's poor fashion.
It is.
Sean, I mean, what are we going to do about what do we need to do as far as a that cares for one of their people about Mr. Melted armor into his skin?
Is he dead?
no, he is not dead.
Okay.
He wishes he was.
Yeah,
Okay. So what's the condition that he got?
Should have died.
Yeah, he would have died in 10 rounds if nothing happened.
What happened to stop it?
The water.
He jumped in the water. Okay.
So he's gonna get infected.
Yeah, he's given Warhammer technology and medicine, he's probably dying.
I need
You need to send him back to Altdorf by himself with this.
He needs a hospital.
Yeah.
Or just put him out of
He's a
misery.
soldier. He's a soldier.
I don't disagree.
He'll be a good metal wizard.
How long
would.
does he have?
How long does he have? You don't know. It's been an hour.
Ship him the null. Metal wizards to take care of him.
He's got basically probably 3rd-degree burns on a lot of his body, and within, I would say probably within 3 days.
And he's had jumped in the river of the Empire.
So, the unnamed town.
Yes, that's
east-
just a village.
Does
That's
that
why.
have a hospital?
No, it's too small to even have a name.
He needs to get on the boat tomorrow and head straight to Altdorf.
There's not enough time.
Yeah, there might be.
There might be.
You just write
He-
this dude off.
The guy will take the witch hunter will take him to Altdorf, given his
Pacing
condition.
Back and forth and arguing about how we're going to take care of his.
Right. Well, the guy is sitting there groaning in pain.
Yeah. We got to do this. What about this? Put him out of his misery.
I may give him the Emperor's blessing.
His best chance is either magical curing, or sending him to Altdorf.
Burn him more.
On a very serious note,
I
we
did.
take his armor off him at
I
the very
did
least and
pick
clean
up.
him.
A spell that is super hard to cast.
I think his armor
What-
is
what-
part of his body.
that could probably get.
So,
But you can
I'll
take your
send him
time.
to
You have to
Altdorf.
take care of
I
him.
could, but
No.
it's an 18
burns,
CM.
crossover.
You still gotta roll every time.
You need to get
18
every bit
CN.
of cloth or other material.
Why
off
pick
of
up
that
something
body.
so hard?
It's
Because I found it in the
okay,
library.
that,
Oh, well, that's different then.
And it's 18 because he can't memorize it.
I looked at the book. It said you can memorize any spell. You just don't get the abilities from the lore, the specific advantages you get from it. You still can memorize the spell from what the book says.
talking about a separate lore view. Of
Yes.
What's the
Yes.
spell?
Like healing light.
That's totally different from earlier editions. But
Yeah.
It said you can memorize spells with a normal cast. It's just you don't get the extra advantages for being in that lore. The lore gives you additional benefits on top of the spell. That's why I do extra fire damage and stuff.
Right.
That's what the book says. Whether or not we change it in
Yeah.
game or not is
I don't-
fine.
I don't care.
I'm-
That's on you guys.
I understand a few of your sentiments.
Yeah.
I will give them the blessing of Sigmar, and do you want us to bury them here
No.
or fire them?
No. Wrap them and they'll transport back to Altdorf for a soldier's barrier.
You have
Barrel.
gauze.
Was
It's a battle out. It's a outpost. It's got to have gauze.
It's a watchtower. Basically, just has a lantern at the top.
No, I meant, well,
The patrol boat will have supplies.
they don't have healing supplies?
Not really. They're basically just camping out here. It's not an outpost like a full tower, like a watchtower. I mean, it's a signal tower. Basically, just a big tower where if there's something going on, you light a campfire and it shines a light to the next tower down the river.
Gotcha.
Very minimal type functionality.
The rifleman, did he survive?
Well, yeah, he left yesterday.
That's his buddy.
No gun for you.
No, I was hoping to get him that damn rifle. That's what I've been trying to angle this whole time. we've been
Right.
talking.
Yeah,
He already
buddy,
checked.
He already checked out. Yeah, half his crew left the previous day on the patrol boat, heading upriver.
Okay.
But they should be here tomorrow.
They're going to be back tomorrow.
What are you gonna do? Kill him for
What? No. It's just, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But we're gonna
Now.
spend the night. Yeah, I mean.
If you guys want to spend the night, that's up to you guys. He doesn't care. He has a small campfire going inside. He's tending to the wounds of his 2 other soldiers that are there. You guys are free to do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't mean desecrating or looting the soldiers that are there. Okay? The rest of it, he doesn't care.
Looting the cultists I
Yes.
did earlier.
Yes.
Money?
Amongst them, you find how many cultists were there? About 8.
Well,
I thought
12,
there was
he
like
said.
32.
It felt like that. Yeah.
Counting the 2
Felt like it.
guard Gazelle,
Uh-huh.
not Gazelle, Telka, whatever her name is.
Okay.
There's in total 12.
Okay. Amongst the 12 of them,
There was.
you find 50 shillings
Okay.
and 2 gold crowns.
Okay.
They are all armed with hand weapons, broadswords in this case.
Okay.
They have shields, normal shields,
I will take one of those.
except for where they might have been damaged or broken, but there's at least 1 or 2 left. And
20.
what's that?
Normal shield 20.
Yes. And the only other thing of note that you find is the dagger that Atelka had.
The one I used
The
to
cultists have daggers.
Here.
Sure, they had daggers too. So lots of daggers.
So 12 guard swords, 12 daggers, and 12 shields.
Sure.
13 daggers.
13 daggers. She has a fancy ceremonial one, which is the one that she was fighting with, and then she has just a basic dagger.
14 daggers.
Money, not sharing. Weapons, sharing.
Well, everybody's here when you're finding these things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you specifically want to say, no, I'm taking the money for myself, that's fine. Otherwise, presumably, everybody gets a share of whatever they want.
It may be a good idea to put it towards the
I'm gonna
money
use my
because
lore,
we're all poor
cultist
at this
lore.
point.
Okay?
Yeah, we got all of
Examine the
them.
dagger
Okay.
and
We
see
didn't even begin with.
what the hell.
What's your lore skill?
I wanted to see if it
Did we
was
get our
magical.
money
Yeah.
back when we found our gear?
Magical.
What's that?
Did we get our money back when we found our gear?
Yes, your stuff is intact.
Might you be able to provide
Where you rolled.
the gunner with one of the rifles, the long rifles, for killing these cultists and putting our lives on the line
There's a lot of
for killing the cultists?
No.
Where would we go about getting them?
33.
You can typically acquire long rifles at either Altdorf. Nuln certainly carries them. That'd be the place where I would look. But no, I mean the only one that there is was with Steve on the boat. I don't think he wants to give up his gun. So
Okay. What?
33 is your bonus. It appears to have some ceremonial ability or intent, but it definitely is a very, very sharp, very strong knife. I mean, it's not just ceremonial. It's one of those knives that has like the wavy blade.
Yeah, like a Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You want to check to see if it's magical?
That's in total 100.
Yes, it is definitely magical. It has winds of magic flowing into it.
No, 90 silver in total.
We can identify it on the way and determine whether or not it should be taken care of short way.
How much do you have?
I was just thinking about giving it to him and having him dispose of it.
Yeah. Then
Just a regular dagger.
I had, like,
throw it
that's
in
what
the bag of
express.
daggers.
yeah.
Dude, you're growing a third eye.
No, would be unusual.
On your shoulder?
I I have none.
I thought a 30 gold. Seems we-
All right, so we're riding out the next day.
Yeah, definitely. You guys all need to heal up.
You mean brass?
I'm kind of curious to watch him to see how he
Him?
deals not having.
Oh, okay. And you're sending one of the soldiers with it, with the witch hunter?
Yes, Jonathan. I'm going to ask him if he can please take Jonathan Altdorf to receive medical aid.
Okay. And that leads you 2 or 3. Okay. I thought somebody else had died.
No.
It was Giselle.
Renata. Okay. Okay. So everybody else has wounds that will presumably heal? Because I know there was a lot of miscellaneous injuries.
So, I know I'm pretty badly wounded.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it takes penalties to heal. That's what I need to find
It's
out.
like an endurance test every day, and then chance of getting diseased or whatever.
I want
Right.
to stay here in a presumably nice area,
Okay.
place to sleep until I'm healed.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little charred.
Only one of my guys took 5.
What happens when you stay in a
Got
fight?
a lot of damage.
Hey, I killed 3 cultists all by my lonesome.
I killed
did?
time.
I'm at -40.
So
Did that cultist ever
I
come
was
back
winning
out of
money.
the water?
Oh, for
No.
penalties?
Oh,
The 90
Oh,
you
that's not
said?
even counting health.
90 silver in total.
I'm at
Well,
-70.
if we want to make it all silver.
Yeah. Well, we can
You
split
don't
it
have
up.
a means of converting gold to silver right now.
Fine, 50 silver in total, 2 gold. But that rounds up in total to
I got
90
change.
silver.
You got change?
I would like.
I'll give you 5 silver for those with gold.
Yeah.
I would say we give a gold crown to him. That way he has something.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're giving you a crown, man. It doesn't fit your head.
No, your fucking character would be like, oh yeah, that's real.
Well, his character's armor and everything that came from him.
Yeah, that's
Came
why I was
from
like,
this
oh,
purse.
awesome.
Pay back the debt.
Yeah.
We got all our money back that we had previously.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said yes.
Until I feel like it's paid back, I don't take any party treasure. It all goes to whoever
Okay.
else.
I would like
We
some
should
of the money.
save it to put it towards the coal mine.
I would like.
You're going to buy the coal mine back?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be cheap since it's burning.
Yeah. It's an unlimited warmth. It's an unlimited warmth system.
That's right.
Never
Turn
get
it
cold.
silent hill.
It's the Empire's heater.
At least gain 1 gold. That's my soldier.
I don't
Do
care.
they need anything?
I
Like I
Well, I need
outfitted
to
your
pay them
soldiers too.
extra
You
because
said
this
you
was,
had. You said you already had a lot of money.
I
That's what
don't.
you told him.
I got books, I got daggers.
You told him I have
You're
a lot of
taking
money.
a lot of money,
I mean, I'll
as
take
in
a
like
haircut.
3 gold.
If you got
I
a gold,
had
that's a
0
lot.
brass.
So
I would like some
question. What do you guys need something specifically? Or do
Well-
you want to have?
Specifically, this was like over the top than just a basic combat, so I need to pay them extra.
Oh no,
Where-
that not that. No, I mean like if you have a need for the money, okay, I'm cool with that. But if it's just I want to pay them more because they did their job,
Yeah, I want to tip
buddy,
him.
we all did our job.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your goal?
I
for
got
money?
burnt. I was pretty.
Nothing, he's
before
just
this.
being greedy.
You were too. You already said you
What the hell are you
spent.
talking about?
You
I have
said-
spent so much of my money on this group.
You just told.
We did
You
buy
just told Willie
Right.
that you had a lot
I
of money.
bought
So-
horses, I bought all kinds of shit.
But
on
if
this
you
group.
actively have
I
a
wanna
need
have
for
some
them,
group
like if you
prepared.
said, "Hey, I want
Grab
to give
some
them
of
some
the
healing
other
potions because they
books
get into battle,"
that have some.
and
some
I'm cool
quality
with that.
work.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Look it
But
up
just
the horse.
Okay.
like you have the normal money you were going to give them, which
How much
Party.
extra books do you
Yeah.
think the horse could carry? Potentially.
Your war horse?
let's see,
You could probably load it up
7.
easily with
Count me.
50
No,
pounds
I just
and still write it.
9, 10. Because you got 3, right?
Yep,
And it's a lot of books.
So 4.
I pay them.
Okay.
You
I
guys.
know, but I'm going.
Hey,
Yeah,
dwarf,
I-
I'm
that-
But again,
Doesn't really matter.
we want them to
50
get
pounds
part
worth
of
of
it.
books.
Sure.
Guys, too.
no longer.
It's part of it. So.
Hey, this one that came from an orc. It's good enough.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11. So
Was that your
we've
heritage
got 11
axe?
people left.
The what?
The one
is
that
one guy's
is, like,
leaving.
part of your
And his one girl's dead.
ancestry. Okay.
And Giselle's gone.
Is it really
So
a
we've got
orc
11.
battle axe?
The one I have is not the one you have.
7.
Oh, the one I.
The one you have is
I
mine.
have vanilla battle
We got
axe.
Do you
9
want to swap
horses.
out?
If you really want to, I don't care.
Oh, the same stats, right?
For what?
The orc battle axe versus the dwarven battle axe. It's just a battle axe.
Yeah, just a battle axe. slightly a different design. Unless you're trading your ancestral one.
No,
That
that's not a battle axe. It's a hand axe.
Okay, that one's fancier.
I'll take the battle axe and in my spare time.
Okay.
Because I want some hours. I have an engraving kit.
Okay.
I'm gonna engrave.
Start engraving it.
Into it the prayers of Sigmar and stuff. Into like really.
Okay.
I want him to hear it. All right, Thad. Does anybody have an immediate need? You obviously need a weapon. Do you have a weapon?
No, I'm good.
You're good weapon-wise.
And the key thing is, you don't have anywhere right now immediate to spend it on.
Right. I just wanted before we were to spend it on anything else or anything.
Right.
How we
Kind of earmark it. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was going with.
No, I'm good. Actually, I will need some gold, possibly to reforge the hammer.
Right.
So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I'm gonna need some money to pay for the wizard in college.
There's one available next to a burning coal mine.
A boat.
There is.
Yeah.
Good place for a fire
I'm gonna
wizard.
need some money to have.
I'm gonna have to be a fire wizard because
Have money to have money.
you have
That makes
to
sense.
learn
Money.
the
I am
type
at
of
zero.
zero.
I am
Right.
at zero
Right.
money.
Well, I mean,
What was your
I say food. Cool. Okay.
On what?
That's what I was getting at.
That?
Like, if it's a
Like
thing, let me
2
know.
seconds or
No,
1
having
second?
Having no money doesn't hurt if
When I cured it,
I'm curious.
5 minutes.
That's what it's good for me.
Which we've
Yeah,
had.
well,
We've
which
had.
we've actively covered for you.
All right.
Okay.
Hang on to the 90 silver for now. When we get to the
And
when we get to
50
Kemperbat.
silver.
And everybody has whatever weapons they want to claim from the pile. Because, like I said, there's plenty of broadswords if people need weapons.
I'm gonna hang on to those to
I got the bag of
possibly
daggers.
sell them.
All 12 of them.
It's
Sure.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm
daggers.
fine with that. I'm just making
yeah.
sure.
Good.
I thought I heard somebody need weapons, which
will-
there's
That's why I wanted
weapons.
to make sure he had a weapon because
I'll pull a foil out of my bag and give it to you. So write another foil down.
You wrap the swords in foil?
he doesn't.
No, like
It's a.
I don't want it anymore. It's been sitting in my
You have
inventory.
a
It's
foil?
yes.
Where'd you get a
That's the
foil?
shit that
I
pisses
bought
me
it
off.
in
Wow.
Borgar.
And then he
Look
found
at
out
the
that the boat
conversation
hook
you
was
spurred.
a boss.
The boat hook is 10 times better than the foil. The only reason I chose foil is because it gives you plus 20 on all the armor classes.
Wow.
It's
Hold
a
on.
dagger with a plus 20.
But
Carter,
it's yeah.
Could have been
hold on
okay.
to it for
if we
now.
moved
I don't
on.
want to.
5 minutes later.
You don't take it. It's going on the ground.
Problem is, it's aluminum foil.
You're just going
That's right. Aluminum foil.
Okay, so
That's the
Dad.
song.
I don't
Yeah.
want it anymore.
so in total,
Oh my god, I'm getting on my horse and riding away.
Okay.
Okay, when we get to the next town, that we can
When you get to the next town, you can let me know what you're going to do with the stuff. All I'm trying to figure out is everything that everybody wants out of the stuff that's here, somebody has it, and we're moving on. Now, I heard that we're not moving on until people have healed.
Yeah.
That's what I.
That's your intent? Okay.
Yeah. A few days.
Is that what everybody's planning to do?
Give me tonight one more night, then I'm good.
Okay. How much food do people have?
I have 12 days of rations.
Somebody can hunt. Nope.
You want to head off into the dark forest and hunt?
I didn't say I did.
Okay.
Days of rations.
Mr. Battleaxe.
Yeah.
I have the deer with my battleaxe.
That would be epic.
It's only epic when you come back with the deer.
the shields alone will be 11 gold.
You see this deer? This deer I
No,
retrieved.
just half
I
on
killed
itself.
4 goblins for it.
Yeah, load all that shit up on the horse and let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna load it up all
Well, we're not. I mean, not gonna
like
go
after we.
Who had? You had no food.
Do you have the
have
book,
food in your packs
George?
before?
Oh,
Me?
for
Yeah.
healing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got your stuff back.
Yes.
You can eat. Okay. You had food in yours.
Yes. Right.
We got horses.
Yeah. Are you gonna sleep on the boat?
Good meat.
You're gonna ask him if he can sleep on the boat.
I prefer not to. It's probably gonna like do some chaotic stuff. What? Are you okay?
No, just the boat
You
that's
just
sitting
snarf
there.
on the soda. Or the water.
I just tell you that you're more comfortable on the boat. I didn't know if he'd ask if you
Well,
could
the
sleep on the
boat
boat.
probably. When I searched it, was there anything in specific I found notable on the boat?
Yeah, 3 dead people crucified under the deck to the support pillars. They look like common boat people.
Yeah, I never learned about that. Okay.
A bunch of bedrolls and hammocks and things like that. The rest of it was otherwise empty. The place stinks like sewage.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do
And 3 dead bodies.
is
And 3 dead bodies.
that have been crucified?
Yes. Give me a cool test.
Uh-oh.
I said I was switching to both too.
Okay. Give me a cool test.
76.
Okay.
You're so not cool.
I didn't expect there to be crucified people on the bottom of the boat.
Did you just roll double?
Double
69.
69. Okay. So both of you add 1 point of corruption.
Oh,
So not cool, man.
my first point of corruption.
Crucified implies a more Christian approach. These look like they have been tortured, hung from pins on the wall and post, and then disemboweled and carved into
Yeah,
repeatedly.
I'm gonna get off the boat.
Yeah.
Guys, don't go in the bottom of the boat. There's corrupting, crucified people.
Yeah.
I walk out with the bedroll.
Okay. Grab one of the bedrolls.
I do have pure soul.
Ignore that 1 point then.
Do I?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So
You ignore the first one from a source of corruption.
We still gotta be able to sell.
if we well,
Sounds like
I
you're gonna
have-
burn that boat.
What you picked up, and when
I rolled a
when
3,
he sells
followed
it,
by a
we'll-
3.
We'll do our.
I'm just saying that's for
That's fine.
all of it has
Yeah,
to.
does he
When we
gain
get
2
to a
corruption?
town, we might be able to sell it for more.
No.
It'll be worth it. So
My
We'll
grand
shot
total
when we get
roll
there.
was 0.
See,
Add my thing, I got a 69.
see the dwarf is just not cool.
Okay. So over the night, you guys can do medical attention with the application of a healing poultice or something like that. You speed the healing rate. If you use a spell or prayer, you heal wounds. Otherwise, you can use heal skill to try to treat the wounds. Okay? So if you have heal skill, otherwise somebody else can apply it on you.
Does somebody have heal skill?
I have heal skill.
Yes.
And then 103 for myself.
Okay, so each wound that you've taken that you successfully get a heal skill on, halves the penalty.
How many wounds do you have?
I think I have 4 at this point.
All right. Start listing them off, and I'm gonna roll for one at a time.
I mean,
Huh?
3 and a 101.
I have 1 that altered my skin.
Like burns you.
And how fast
I don't
does it
remember.
heal though?
I
Skin's purple.
I knew my
Get a
penalty,
horn poking out.
but I knew how long it would take to heal
That's why you
them
write that
naturally.
shit down when it happens. But okay. The first one is not a success.
How long does it take to heal?
Second one
It's an endurance roll.
is a
It
success.
should say in there.
It doesn't.
That's all right, man.
Amputated parts, corruption.
Third one
Half the table now.
also a success.
You heal your hit points fairly quickly.
Fourth one is a success.
Um,
So I failed the first one.
You need to be attended by somebody with heal skill or a poultice to do other things. So yeah, critical wounds don't heal automatically in base Warhammer. So from a usability standpoint, what I'm going to say is you're making an endurance check each night for each one of the wounds, and if successful, then they half as well until you're down to like 5, and then they're just gone.
I have one that went from a 10 to a 5.
Okay, so
Anybody else hurt?
Tomorrow morning it'll be gone.
yeah, well tomorrow morning it'll be gone. Still need to make the endurance roll because if you roll open-ended low,
It'll be back.
it goes worse. That's how it can kill you.
You can heal. You can attempt an average endurance test after a
Sorry, man.
good sleep once a day. You heal wounds equal to the SL plus your toughness.
Yes,
bonus.
that's the wounds.
Okay, yeah, you said
I said wounds are hit points.
that. You
Critical
said you
wounds.
couldn't find the healing
The-
actual
No,
hit
that-
point
that-
wise.
no, the hit points are trivial. With an average endurance test in the morning, you heal the success level in wounds. So whatever the success level above 101 times 5,
plus your toughness bonus.
okay, plus your toughness bonus is how many hit points you get back. Like I said, your constitution hit points, you'll be back to full fairly quickly. You still have a broken arm.
I will be back to full very quickly.
Okay, maybe not you, but
So my minus 10 from that first fireball that I hit that I put the fire out on. That is his help with healing or endurance check in the morning, or is that just
he can make a healing check
Yeah.
before at night. If successful, it automatically improves in the morning. If you don't heal or it was unsuccessful, then you naturally heal, and in the morning you roll, and if successful, it recovered on its own. If you roll open-ended low, then it doubles because it gets worse. Okay.
I didn't fail that bad.
And similarly, if all of your total cumulative wounds brings you to a negative 100, you're unconscious and you could die from your critical wounds.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
That was just the one when you blasted me really hard.
She stabbed me in
So
the
I-
stomach.
If he tries, I can't. Then
You don't naturally heal at that point. The first aid took precedence
So
over
he
it,
attempted and didn't pass it.
I
Right.
can't then attempt to get it passed for him.
unless you have a better skill applied to his roll, I guess.
I have
I-
a 41 skill.
49.
Okay, yeah. He's your best medic right now, so it'd make most sense for him to treat everybody.
I have 10 ranks in it.
Slacker.
My intelligence is not that high.
Yeah, 15.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So she stabbed me in the stomach.
You want me to roll on you then?
I'm good.
6
Okay.
rounds of stun. I would assume that would take some time to heal. Take
6 rounds.
like aside from the physical stun, the actual like wound
Did I give you a penalty?
gave me a minus 25 penalty. I believe it was.
That's what takes the time to heal.
Oh, okay.
I successfully healed that one, though, right?
Okay.
Or was that the first one I failed?
That was the first one to fail.
Ah, damn.
Okay, so that one in the morning is still at minus 25.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the only one he didn't heal that didn't stayed above.
Yeah, he had
5.
4 wounds, and I healed 3 of them.
Okay. So whatever all those penalties add up to, if they added up to 100 plus, then you're unconscious and potentially going to die. You would also be unconscious during the combat, so I know they weren't that high.
They were close, but
Probably, yeah.
I think I had a
Okay.
negative 8.
What we'll do is we'll sell the other things.
Fine.
And then we'll
So in the morning, the patrol boat arrives early, wakes you guys up, and so forth. The witch hunter gathers up his 2 soldiers, your guy, and all the soldier bodies. Climbs onto the boat, and unless you guys have anything else you want to ask him or discuss with him, heads out.
don't.
You guys gonna tell him what you saw on that boat?
We already did, I thought.
Yeah, he came.
Whether you did or he sent his own guys in, he's aware of it at this point. They lashed the boat up a good 50 feet or so behind the patrol boat and are going to tow it with nobody on board.
We tell him.
That'll-
Thank you.
that'll go well.
I tell him thank you. If I ever decide to become a witch hunter, I'll look you up.
Okay?
So that counts as full rest, right? For the healing.
That first night, yes. Okay, so now everybody gets an endurance roll, no bonus, or just whatever you roll. If you get over 100, then for every success level, which is a full 10, you get 5 plus your toughness, or you get 1 plus your toughness bonus. That total times 5 in hit points.
Did we gain any resilience or fate or anything like that?
No. No.
Every 10 past 100 is 1 success level.
101 is 1 success. 100 is technically 1 success. Actually, that's just a success. So that's just your toughness.
So
What'd you get?
72. And it's endurance.
150.
I should roll open
wait,
on this. I rolled over 3s for everything.
155.
Okay, so that's 5 success levels plus your toughness bonus.
Oh, toughness bonus is 5.
So 10 times 5, 50 hit points.
Damn.
He's a soldier.
So why?
No, you're a priest. I don't know what he rolled, but if you got 155,
Rolled a 95.
okay.
I rolled a 97 and a 75.
Yeah, I told you you'd be good by morning.
Yep, all.
Yeah, I rolled 102 total.
Okay, so just your toughness bonus.
So just 5 points.
Yeah. No, well, your toughness bonus is 5.
Yeah.
Times 5, 25 hit points.
Oh, shit.
Because it's Warhammer wounds converted to Rolemaster hit
So
points.
I didn't. I rolled an 89.
Question.
Okay, then you didn't heal any hit points.
Yeah.
You still heal the
Well, yeah.
toughness bonus. It's just subtracted by
Right,
yourself.
you subtract 89 is minus 2 success level. So whatever your toughness bonus minus 2 is.
Okay.
You obviously don't heal negative, like if you go negative with your toughness.
I could see you doing that if you're
That's infection.
injured. Yeah.
Damn, that almost put me back 4.
I think that's an effect.
Like I said, hit points, and even in Rolemaster actual system, you can heal your hit points relatively quickly. even if you have broken arms, legs, and a ruptured spleen.
Oh no, my broken arm took weeks to heal.
Yeah.
That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the hit points, not the
So-
penalties.
So are we then possibly good enough to go then?
I am. I'm ready to rock and roll.
I am not.
I'm still at
What do you want to do here?
He wants to rock and roll.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing
Yeah, within 15 minutes or so, the boat is out of sight and gone, leaving you guys to your own. You have a pile of dead cultists gathering flies.
Nope, I'm burning them.
Okay. You have a corpse pile of burning flesh,
Smells disgusting.
attacking flies, and the wilderness.
Let's get out of here, guys.
So
We can always go to Kemperbad and rest there while we
Yeah.
sell and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
They
'cause
didn't leave.
It'll
any
take a couple
guards
days
at
to
all.
reforge my hammer,
No.
so.
Would that be a week?
He's not the military. It's not his job to send leave guards.
Would
It's his job to report back and then have the crown send guards.
Would Kipperbad have the supplies for the center?
They would have a witch hunter outpost. Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
how about we just
So-
ride along the coast, basically?
Well, we've
Or
got-
follow the road.
we have 2 war horses and 7 riding horses, and we
Yep.
have 11 people.
That's 9.
What?
That's 9 horses.
Right, 9 horses and 11 people.
Yeah,
Right.
So 2 people just double up.
One of them's a hobbit, right?
And 12 broadswords.
No, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
He's the one that went on the boat.
Oh, we lost the cook.
Yeah.
Man,
He's a melted cook currently.
don't worry. I'll do all the cooking.
Oh no.
Least I can do.
I can read recipes. No, I can't.
Yeah, but he brings his own bacon fat.
That's right,
Yep.
right out of the right into the meal.
Add seasoning.
Yum.
So gross.
You guys hired a dwarf.
All right, well,
The other 2 dwarfs are eager about this. That's some good cooking.
we're not running full tilt.
Bugs
So
are extra
the,
protein.
the riding horses probably handle 2 dwarfs then, maybe,
Mm.
or the war horse could take an extra on there.
Not mine. I've
Not
got
with
full
your-
Barney.
The dwarves
You
are
got
more
no weight.
the dwarves are more eager to walk.
Yes.
You got Barney
Okay.
too, right?
I do it, Barney.
Those horses are too tall.
So
Big.
since we're not going like
Yeah.
full speed.
Yeah.
We got.
Not that we're scared.
No,
We just prefer steady
totally
ground.
understand. That's fine, because I'm definitely not walking. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm already sweating.
So
Okay.
me and Adam will ride. one
So
more.
you guys travel the short distance to the unnamed town. You arrive there shortly after nightfall. At this point, you guys have effectively burned 2 days worth of food, assuming you have food. Now you can stretch it, but you won't be healing during that time if that's the case.
You can still fish, right?
I could.
Did
That's
we?
what we-
I'm
Well, you
guessing
can't
we'll
fish while you guys are traveling.
No, like when we stop for the night, he has to take the whole day.
He's got to take some time. He can't just drop a line in the river and immediately get fish.
Sometimes you can.
Sometimes you can, but this is the Empire. You immediately get something,
Check in.
but it's more like boots.
Sorry.
Itself.
The river boots.
So it's just the riverbed is not covered with mud. It's covered with boots.
So you want to sell someplace
Fucking Stalingrad.
decent, like some unnamed town.
Okay, so you guys arrive at the small village. It's maybe 50 people. They're very curious. I mean, you guys are the most well-armed people they've seen in a good long time. They do have a tavern, but the only lodging is in the barn. If you guys are willing to sleep on hay and so forth, they can rent you a spot for a bronze a night.
I'm guessing
A
this.
bronze to sleep on hay in a barn.
In the barn, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the nicest house in town that I can find, the nicest mud hut,
Okay.
I'm
And,
guessing
uh,
this no.
knock on the door.
What is it? Prima Nocta or whatever?
The leather flap flaps around a little bit.
Oh, good. It's a leather flap.
Yeah.
Better than the barn.
Yeah, an older lady opens up the door. You can smell something cooking. Initially, it smells intriguing,
Yeah.
and then it smells burnt
Yeah.
as you get a better whiff of it. Inside, you see a small wooden table around which 12 kids are gathered, and an old guy sitting in the back.
This is the best house in town.
Yeah. She says, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Well, I was looking for lodging that wasn't the barn, and I would be more than happy to pay significantly to have a bed to sleep in. Do you have a bed that you
She
can
looks
spare?
over her shoulder at the one bed in the place.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. But for
Oh,
2
for
silver, would
14
y'all sleep
people,
on the
that would be
floor
a
so I
big
can sleep
bed.
on the bed?
For how much?
2 silver?
2 silver?
2 silver, and I hold them up. I'll give you 3 if I can have some of that delicious food that's cooking.
She snatches the silver. Sally, get out!
Outstanding.
The oldest girl stands up and starts shuffling all the kids and the old guy out of the house.
Yep. See you guys in the morning.
They like wander out in a daze. He's still eating their food. She holds the curtain back for you. So come on in.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Sit down.
She gets a wooden bowl and pours you some sort of stew.
Yep.
You want to learn another
Found her
silver?
new husband.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sits down next to you.
Sit next to the husband. We start talking about.
No, he left.
Oh, he left too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she kicked them all out.
oh man. Silver did the job. Nice. Okay. Tighten that flat bag. Let's go. So yeah, I'll get my dinner and eat.
Okay. Go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm
Go to
guessing there's
bed.
not a guards outpost here.
Her big
What's
sister
that?
Can keep me
Guessing
warm with
there's
a
not a
blanket.
guards post.
There are no guards posted in this town.
Soldier.
It's a village.
We're like wandering around this
the village,
tiny
no
little
name.
village, also it's
So-
just inundated with children everywhere.
The rest of you are going to bed down in the barn? I'm assuming?
Fine, till we better.
Okay. Yeah, you do have a bedroll. It's actually very comfortable on the straw.
I have a bedroll
Yeah, I have a
too.
bedroll too.
Yes, but his is comfortable on the straw. Yours just minimizes the stabbing pain of the straw. His is actually almost like sleeping on a bed of pillows.
Feels pretty good. All
First
around
thing
me.
I'm gonna wait for you to die. That stupid bedroll.
The first argument I could see, my character dies. Who's getting the bedroll?
Okay, so those of you in the barn, do any of you want to make medicine checks for the others that are there for injuries?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try. Can I try again on the wound that I failed?
You can try out on the wounds again. You do have a -10 for the conditions of the barn.
I got it. Even with the -10.
Okay. So you can try it on anybody who's still wounded at whatever level it is.
Anybody else wounded?
I have a -7, but I'm hoping now we'll heal. I know, I guess it doesn't heal.
100. You're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, cool.
Is that regen?
No.
Anybody else?
Because he got a 100.
No.
I like reset your nose. All right, you're good.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
That was from my
It
that was
on
from
sideways.
that was from my second birthday, man.
How long are we planning to stay in Camperbad to forge your hammer back?
We're not in
However long
Well,
it
when
takes.
we get to Camperbad.
Okay.
I would
However long
suggest
it takes.
Otherwise, everybody else can roll the regular endurance check in the morning. You get a +20.
I'm not injured.
Okay. You get a +10.
Okay.
Everybody else just gets normal.
What about bedroll?
Even with failing,
With the
I
bedroll.
got my 2 hit points that I needed.
Okay.
So.
I figured you guys, but like I said, a couple of days, your hit points are fine because you guys are mostly healed. It's just the other injuries that are hurting you. In the morning, you guys heading on?
Yep.
Okay. Do you guys still have food?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I still have food.
Did you
I
leave behind a
still-
present?
I have food. Twins.
Number 13 and 14.
Twins. Twins, Basil.
Okay. So, are you guys heading south towards Diesdorf or west to Grunberg?
That's exactly what I need.
I think
We're gonna go across the. Can we get across the river? Has there been
No.
any place? Any? No.
according to the map,
So we want to go south towards
We go-
Dewsbury or whatever.
Diesdorf?
yeah, we go down there, and then there's a little, I guess, ship that crosses over the Camperbad, I think.
There could be a ferry, or Camperbag could be on this side of the river for all
Could
we know.
be. Okay, so you guys head south to Diesdorf. That's another 2 days travel. So another 2 days of food. I'm going to assume by the time you guys get to Camperbad, most of your injuries are gone. And certainly if you guys are going to spend a day or two reforging hammers and so forth, you'll probably be fine at that point. Unless you guys are like sleeping in the river or something along those lines. At Diesdorf, again, that's a smaller town. Has most facilities if you guys need to buy any supplies or anything like that.
How much are rations?
Diesdorf isn't the.
Diesdorf is not where you're going.
It isn't the dwarf.
No.
No.
How much are rations?
Oh gosh.
Like a silver?
Ah,
I think so.
The,
I'll
dwar-
look it up again and I'll take
the dwarfs are at Dem's dwarf. This is D's dwarf.
Gotcha. These.
It's a gaming group. Gotta have bad puns.
That's right.
I'm just thinking of one that lived in Germany. I'm like, yeah, those places exist.
Yeah.
I've been there.
So according to the villagers, it's another day and a half or so to Kemperbad. You'll have to take the ferry across the river, unless the town's on the western coast.
Yeah.
The turtle. It's just a dragon turtle.
Yeah, just walking back and forth.
Diesdorf does offer to purchase your riding horses, if you wish, at a 10% premium, if you're interested,
Above original?
above the original.
We already have people walking, so it's not like it really matters.
Right. We aren't getting any speed. Anybody have a reason to want to keep
Other than them with the
Well,
war.
they need the war
No.
horses, and we're going to keep at least one horse to carry all because you aren't carrying all
No,
the shields and
I
stuff that are
can't.
on the horses. So,
Well, at least
so
we
yeah,
can
we can get rid of 6 of them for sure.
You're gonna keep Stark
Stark, yes.
Yeah. from the previous one. You got Tony and Stark.
That's right. That makes sense. I got you. I was slow. All right, so we don't even have to.
It's a nice little profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
Base cost of riding horse.
A lot, just so you know, because
Yeah.
that was my
Riding
bank
horse?
that got completely
Yeah.
Oh,
15.
15.
Yeah, according to Diesdorf, they have a need for horses currently. I mean, your riding horses in particular, because you have several of them. Apparently, some group came by recently and requisitioned the horses in town,
25 gold.
leaving several of the farmers without horses.
I like to describe to them the religious fanatic one with all the different things. Is it that guy? With the
No,
whole
does
group?
not recognize him.
So
No,
was it-
he was traveling.
was
He was, this guy was traveling with a fairly large group of soldiers, which is why he needed so many horses.
And which way did he go?
Oh,
He headed south.
That's the amount of gold.
Times 6.
Towards Cumberbad.
No.
Well, there's only one road that goes south.
Yeah. Okay.
This was about a week and a half or so ago.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and sell
99
it.
gold.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I had it. No, that's you do understand it was all my money that bought the horses in the first place.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
donated money.
Not to the horse fund.
Yeah.
No.
We might want to get. a
That wasn't the
boat
horse
back.
fund.
Nah, whatever. I don't care.
But that's all right.
I got enough to feed myself. That's all I care.
And as long as, like I said, that nearly bankrupted me.
We might.
I feel like I'm. By the way, I was joking about not being able to read, dummies. And then no.
We look over and he's going,
Yes,
He can count. He just can't read.
that's right.
Hey, Andy. We want. Well, that's yours actually. Never mind.
Okay. So if you wanted to buy food, I forget how much food is, but you can buy it certainly here.
silver seems like a lot for a day's rations.
I think
it actually is quite
it's
expensive.
Yeah, the rations are.
It's rations, not spoilable food.
Right.
It's hard
You
tax.
can buy cheap food easily, but it's only going to last a week or two.
What is it? Pemmica?
That.
Pemmica?
Yeah.
Pemmica? That's what it is.
MRE.
I'm gonna try my hand making that the other day.
Rations, 2 silver
old.
per day.
You know what it is? It's like American Indians used
A
to
meal at the end is silver.
meat,
And
fat,
then
mixed together.
groceries is 10 pennies.
Dry out like jerky, and then fat keeps it from disintegrating and rotting, and it will last years.
Yeah, it'll last years in like any climate.
We'll just leave it. And
As long as bugs don't get
Yep.
to it.
don't know why I want to make that, but why not?
Can we spend a week in Timberbed?
Yeah, well, I plan on spending some time there as long
Yeah,
as
we are.
Okay.
Purple Hand doesn't give us any problems.
So you guys head on to Kemperbad. Day and a half later, early in the morning, you guys arrive at the ferry over to Kemperbad. Takes you across the bay. It is a fee of 2 bronze per person.
Okay.
It is a fee of 1 silver per horse.
So we got 3 horses. So, and here's the best part, guys. Guess what else we got back when we got all our other stuff back and our money back? Our group fund back.
No, yeah, nice, nice.
How much
Okay.
do we even have?
We had 20 gold and a bunch of silver left, so yeah, that was That'll pay our trip across. So we had 11 people. 2 bronze is 22 bronze, and then 3 silver for the horses. Okay.
When we get to the other side of the river, I want to watch and see if there's anybody that departs with haste that specifically avoided talking to us.
When you get to the other side?
Yeah, just to see if there's anybody who's trying to run off and report that, hey, I found him or something like that.
What's your perception?
Fantastic 31.
Okay. You keep an eagle eye out looking for any such thing. For the most part, everybody's just minding their own business, doing the usual stuff. The ferry pulls up along the side, away from the main commercial dock. The boatman comments that you guys might want to take the lift up, operated by the dwarfs. It's one of the perks of town. Yeah. Although some of it, I mean, people such as you certainly should have enough wealth to be able to afford that sort of thing. The peasants take the long walk up instead.
As they should.
I'm gonna dismount from my horse and walk him onto the lift.
Okay.
Are there places for the horses to be boarded down here, or is
No.
it, no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, down at the bottom is basically just moorings for the boats, and then some dock workers.
Is the boat that tragically sunk about a month ago or so, a few weeks ago, is that still just a flag sitting out in the harbor saying don't hit this?
Well, no, the flag isn't there anymore. You can see bits of the ribbing of the boat still sticking up above the water, but they've removed the warning signs at this point.
Everybody knows he's there.
Yeah, according to the boatman, he comments about it as you guys as he's rowing across the bay or across the lake, commenting that there's border skirmishes over between Oslin and Talabakland. Rumor is they sent a warship in that the Empire had to sink there in the bay. It's become quite an attraction these days.
Man, that's fancy, huh? That's great. Hey. So I'll hop the lift.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We'll all hop the lift.
Okay.
What is it?
It was a bronze person.
Bronze a person. Okay. Don't worry, guys.
Remember the last time we were here, we ran into some people, so I think we should.
It was also 3 bronze for your horses.
3 bucks. Okay. For each horse.
Yeah, for each horse.
Okay.
I need to find the witch hunter.
So much bronze.
Okay. So a short bit later, shortly before noonish, you guys arrive at the entrance to the town at the top of the lifts, Kemperbad. What would you guys like to do? I hear lots of discussions and options.
I want to watch the forging of this hammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the other one's.
I'll go to the
hospital
blacksmith
out
industry.
over there.
Okay. You're gonna head to the blacksmiths with the dwarf. What are the rest of you guys gonna do? I heard you're gonna look for a witch hunter.
I'm gonna look for the witch hunter's outpost.
Okay.
We should not be
Okay.
splitting up.
I was. Do we want to go sell all those weapons? and
You're gonna
shields
split up?
now?
I'm gonna attempt to hide it.
Everybody splits up.
I mean,
I'm gonna attempt to make it less obvious.
That you're splitting up.
No
found them.
question.
No, that I am-
Bar stuff, whatever.
the question is,
You wanna
why
go to the-
wouldn't we have?
Okay. Okay.
Want to go to the outpost?
Is it a wizarding outpost?
Yeah, there was previous times we were here.
Well then, oh yes.
Oh yes.
Do you have?
But since I assume they could
Did we
give
get
you a
500
basic life
Did we
license
get
for
500
flirting here.
experience?
Oh yeah.
No.
Not this session.
We're not done yet.
You're the one who told me they were
150.
getting 500.
Right, we got one.
You got 100 for the last game plus 50 for completing that short-term goal.
Yeah.
I have.
He was like, make sure you prepare your
I
500.
said, figure out what you want. to do.
500 is at the end of the chapter.
I didn't say we were getting.
You have at least one other major stop that you guys have to make that Matt keeps bringing up that the group doesn't head to, which is fine. Take whatever time you need.
Great.
That he brought up as well.
I brought it up. I have books.
Yes.
Oh, going back to Altdorf?
No, Whitney-Gorf.
Wiggendorf.
It has the
Okay.
giant warpstone cache in the basement.
Okay.
Cash
It's like the source of all
You're what?
chaos
Or
around here.
blacksmith.
Yeah, you head to the blacksmith. Okay, and what are the rest of you guys doing? I know you're going with him. He's separating to go find witch hunters.
Selling weapons and shields would
Right.
be at the blacksmith area, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your gambling skill?
My gambling skill?
I'm pushing. That's what we use.
You mean haggle?
You're
Oh,
welcome
those
to use.
haggle.
You're welcome to use
Haggle.
gambling skill.
Oh, I I got a 35.
We'll roll some dice. You want to win a sword?
I got a 39 and then I've got Gilders of the Pit, so it gives me a bonus to that too. So.
You will definitely be able to get rid of the weapons that way.
Can I do
Carter
both
near wins the outpost.
the etiquette and the haggle because he's not with us?
No. You'd have to do one or the other.
Gotcha. Okay, then I will. Can I use the etiquette as my haggle? Is that what you mean? Like
No.
No.
No, the haggling is what you get the pricing.
Right.
Etiquette is being able to figure out the right person and the right way of doing it, and effectively the assisting of the haggling.
So, in that case, then I will assist you, which will usually be better. There's only a 5-point difference between our haggle, but my etiquette gives you a bonus if I succeed.
Right.
So.
Okay, so you're looking to sell things?
Yeah, we're looking to
Okay.
sell
Lots of
gear that
stuff.
he.
Okay,
I've been carrying
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
boss has been carrying.
that's fine. So go ahead and make your etiquette.
Hey, all right. It's 81.
81 total?
81 total.
Okay. So now take your haggle and subtract 10.
I failed.
No, you presented the best etiquette you could
Yes.
think of. It just happened to be for the wrong type of person.
Correct.
You did roll a 36.
I did.
I'm going to just use fortune. Just
Okay.
to see if I get that one.
Well, that's
What
where
was the? I'm sorry. What's the choose all?
Resilience? That doesn't come back?
Or you could take a dark deal and just get one corruption
Yeah.
and re-roll without burning a permanent.
That would be the greatest idea for this.
That's
Or just lose money?
So with pure soul, if we take
Yeah,
a dark
doesn't
down,
apply.
it doesn't count, right?
Ignore
Yeah, because you're
pure
actively
soul.
looking for corruption
Okay.
at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna take a dark deal?
Pure soul, all the dark
Yeah,
deals.
every day.
Okay, so what was your second roll? What'd you get?
Worst thing.
resilience is a permanent, right?
That is
Yes.
That is a bad idea.
It's his character if he
Yeah.
wants to burn it.
Not necessarily a bad idea. It's all a matter of how much you need the money.
He rolled a 6.
Okay.
It's not open and low.
You know what? I'm gonna use my other fortune to see if I get higher than a 5. At least. That's better than a 5.
So what your total is?
Let me see.
What's your high
25 with this minus 10.
Okay.
50. 61.
61. Okay. So you can sell whatever you want out of your stash. They will give you 40% of the list price.
Gotcha. Okay. And
I had 50%. It was 19 gold and 10 silver.
so another 10% off from that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. Meanwhile, you went to the blacksmith. You find a local artisan, a human. He's currently working on some horseshoes. You walk in.
3820, which is not
Yes, sir. How can I assist you?
Silver and
Matt,
I'm sorry, what?
when you get a chance, we're at the blacksmith.
Okay.
15.2.
He's banging away on some horseshoes. Has a collection of weapons and things like that on a rack behind him.
Is he dwarf?
10%.
No,
off.
human.
And
Pass
that's
him
8
by.
and 10.
Okay. You only want to deal with a dwarf? If so, that's fine. I mean, there are artisans in town.
I'm not looking for anything that's mechanical. I'm looking for something where somebody's doing the good old fashioned grit and sweat
Okay.
with hammers and all that.
Okay. Give me a gather information
Gossip.
or gossip.
Okay, gossip is the equivalent.
Both of you can.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
97.
Okay.
No. Never
I rolled really good too.
mind. You they won.
Negative 250.
Well, almost 300.
Negative 300.
Almost 300.
Oh, you rolled a 300. Okay. So you guys start asking around. Fairly quickly, you find some worshippers of Sigmar that tell you that the best artisan in town is a dwarf known as Firebeard. Runs a shop near the outskirts on the southern face of the town, right near the cliffs. And if anybody can forge weapons,
Yes.
he makes the best ones.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Okay. You find him there. Even from a distance, you can tell it's a dwarven workshop. You can hear dwarven singing in rhythm to the banging on the metal.
Excellent.
And you walk in and see probably a dozen dwarfs, all in similar smocks covered in soot, moving metal, working the machines, etc. And one obviously well-experienced blacksmith banging away at a sword currently.
Cool.
Making stuff. Behind him he has various raw materials for armor, weapons, things like that. They look up at you. The roof of the building is only about 4.5, 5 feet tall.
Jesus.
You walk in without any difficulty. It's dwarven size and everything.
Okay, 6 feet tall.
Yeah. You step in and
With boots and everything, he's pulling 6
and are forced to stoop. The dwarf behind the counter sees you walk in, and you get a sense that they do this on purpose to put the big guys out of or disoriented and so forth.
Right.
You can see him smirk a bit as he stoops down and steps in.
I'm not gonna stoop. I will just lean down onto a knee and take.
Yeah, you're too far away from him at that point. With the noise and everything else.
Hey, tall boy.
It feels very much like they've arranged it so that
Yeah.
dwarves are priority. Everybody else has to deal with them on their own ground. Okay.
I'll acquiesce to that.
Okay.
Bullshit. And I'll duck down and walk in.
Okay. You duck down.
I stride straight in and try to lock him into like an arm shake.
Okay. He greets you. Doesn't seem to be concerned at all about your hair or look or anything. Says, "Greetings, Slayer. You looking for a fine axe?
I'm actually looking to reforge something.
You break something?
Nope.
Why would you want to reforge it then?
We got a hammer.
A hammer?
Holy weapon.
Holy weapons. We don't do holy weapons here
Why not?
because we're dwarves. We can do runes.
We need to find it, so
It's got holes. There you go.
maybe that's what we're looking for.
I'll take some dwarven runes. That's fine.
It's been a
While he's
proud
talking,
weapon, a fine weapon.
Start pulling out pieces. Okay. You put the pieces down on the desk. He takes a look at it, pulls out a monocle or something from behind the desk, looks closely at it, and says, "Why do you want to reforge this?
Well,
This is just steel."
I do see that. Pull out show him the nail. See that? It's the remnants of a holy relic.
Oh, okay. Looks like iron to me.
It is.
It looks like rusty iron.
You'd be best if I did.
You dig this out of a lake?
Kind of.
Might be a religious relic.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Well, it will serve.
We want to see this forged back into the finest makings you can create.
You want these pieces of iron hammer reforged into a fine weapon?
Yep.
He reaches over on the shelf and picks up a big hammer. There you go. That's about the equivalent. Save me time. He lists out the price for a basic hammer, plus 20%.
Okay. What is it going to cost for you to reforge this? Melt it down.
But why?
Sentimental.
It has sentimental value to the church.
Okay, I guess if you really want me to. How much does a great hammer cost normally?
Too goddamn much.
Well, we just got a lot more.
Not
Just
really.
add the weapon list.
Not compared to a
Warhammer.
big hammer.
Yeah.
3 gold.
I want Cromwell armor.
You want Grommo armor? Okay. So you want it's 3 gold for the hammer. So he's charging you what 3.5 gold for the one he grabbed off the shelf. So you just want the hammer pieces fused together, or what do you want me to do with this nail?
I'm gonna lay down 8 gold.
Okay.
I'm like, I want your finest work that you can. And I want this to represent a holy icon of Sigmar.
You humans are weird. Why would you want any of that stuff?
From a player question, Dwarven runes are magical runes, correct?
Correct. World system-wise, Dwarven runes are magical runes.
Get some Dwarven runes on this bitch too.
Sure. And player to player, what he's trying to express to you is the materials are lacking.
I understand.
Okay, it's just a basic iron hammer.
So, and we all understand that. I guess for a continuity and the way I believe that magic items are created in this particular world, does he need to keep this particular iron? Or?
He needs to keep at least some essence of it. So if you want the hammer reforged as is, he can do it. I mean, you can certainly pay him enough, and he'll give you another iron hammer. But to his point, it's the equivalent of grabbing the one off the shelf.
All right.
Now, if you want him to enhance it and give you a new hammer with better materials with the iron core of this hammer.
That's exactly what we were trying to do.
Okay. That sort of thing he can do, and that's much more attuned to their level of specialty.
Well, yeah, that's
okay.
Okay, so I guess there was some confusion there. We weren't trying to just make a new hammer. I was trying to get these guys to make a relic.
Right. Well,
out of the bones of a relic.
Right. They can give you a memento of the hammer, but to their point, based on your description of take these pieces and make a hammer, that doesn't mean anything to them. Okay. But
I will take a few minutes then to explain the significance of the iron of the nail to the church.
Okay.
And the history of how this nail and this hammer were opposing forces of good and evil, and we want to reforge them.
Give me a public speaking roll. Entertaining.
I have some skill in this stuff somewhere.
I thought there was public speaking.
Entertain.
Okay, entertain will work.
I think public speaking is specifically dance, but it's entertaining as well.
I think we all have entertained, don't we?
Yeah.
I have.
I rolled a 70.
70? Okay. He goes into a long story and history, covering a good 15, 20 minutes about the history of the hammer and the nail and its religious significance and things like that. About a minute in, the dwarf really doesn't care. He listens politely, but the details are pretty much lost on him. He doesn't really care. What he hears is you want artistic hammer, for whatever human reason that is. He doesn't really care. So he says, okay, well, I can enhance it. 9 gold is not going to cover it, though.
Well, what would be an appropriate?
Pull out my heirloom.
Which one's that? Oh, your axe?
Hand axe. And set it down.
Okay.
So we want an equivalent of that.
Takes a look at it. Well, this is quite old.
Family heirloom.
Okay, well, calls back to a couple of other dwarfs asking for some materials whether they have it or not, and says, okay, well, we can do it. You're going to need a bit more money. Let's see, run some numbers, does some math. 120.
I was going to say 100, but 120 is, 120?
120.
You know he's used that that hammer to beat down, 3 trolls?
Goblins.
This is what I've witnessed, because I'm not going to lie. 3 trolls, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was unconscious during this, but they
over 2 dozen goblins.
9. At least a dozen goblins and orc type things throughout the time I've been with them, and I've only been with them 3 weeks.
Yeah, just imagine how many more you can kill with this better hammer.
Well, my point is, don't you want to have your glories and your smith work with somebody carrying it like that? 120 seems a bit steep.
It does. Give me a haggle roll.
140.
Open-ended, please, Lord, open-ended.
This is a resilience time.
I don't have resilience.
No one does.
Yeah.
That's why you can count on him to roll.
I don't get it.
What did you get?
I roll 20. 30.
A 30? He says,
My base stats higher than that.
Dude, I have a 16 fellowship. All right?
you make some solid points there. And actually, you're right. I really should charge you 125 because I was giving you the dwarven discount. Since he's the one that's going to be using the hammer. I was falsely understanding you were. We can do it.
That's a plus 10, by the way.
I can appreciate that.
Why not just make
It might as well be a plus $1 million.
Right.
At that much.
That'd be a lot more.
Unobtainium is unobtainium.
I
I
don't know. You guys got money. Now, technically, from the career thing, you guys don't need your war horses anymore.
What?
Your war horses you needed as trappings for your career for the training.
Mm-hmm.
If you're prepared or ready to go up to the next level, you don't need that war horse anymore. It's not a trapping for level 4.
How much can we sell a lightning horse?
But I have to be able to. I have to have the experience to go up. So the entirety of the time while I'm.
If it dies, it dies. I mean,
You have to have the experience.
I have to have.
The requirements for the trappings are in order to enter that career, that level. So you need the horse to be at that level.
Well, that
Okay.
would get me close.
So you don't need the horse, especially since realistically, nobody's using horses.
Right.
It's not typically our play style. So I don't want to handicap people by saying you got to have a horse all the time if you can use the money elsewhere. Okay.
The war horse and the party would get me really close.
Okay, that's up to you. They said the offer will be good till sundown. Then we got other business we got to work on. It'll take us about current workload. Give us a week, we could probably make it.
Okay.
You can probably just make a nail out of the hammer's steel.
That doesn't do anything though.
No, he's trying to make something specific.
Right.
I'm trying to make something new.
You are.
Reforging a to make a non-enchanted nail wouldn't do me any good.
Matt is on the frame of mind of Rolemaster cost equations, and you are charging us, I believe, way beyond what a plus 10 non-magic weapon is. It's 20 times base cost for a plus 10 non-magic weapon. You are charging us 40 times base cost.
Correct.
Okay.
These dwarves. With the humans.
Well,
But it may be magical
more
or
than
something.
40.
That would
Right.
that's the part I don't know.
Right.
So I'm just kind of going, oh my god.
Believe me, I'm fully versed in the Rolemaster mechanics of multipliers and everything.
I'm looking for a war horse.
And
I haven't said him a word about
Right,
it.
and I'm also specifically keeping the mechanics of making items in Warhammer intentionally vague,
Right.
so that I can adjust based on what's going on.
Tap in a little
Plus,
bit
if
of
it
money.
was just us going, hey, make us a hammer, that's different. This is, hey, we're going to try to.
Right, you have an item that has history,
Right.
therefore it plays into that much better. I much prefer the story aspect of it than just here's a hammer off the shelf. Like I said, he'll sell you that for 3.5 gold.
Right.
Got a hammer.
I'm gonna ask him. Who do you think would be the best person to sell my war horse to? Then
Wars. Oh.
well-trained war horse with barding,
It's supposed to be a
ornamental
nail.
barding.
Give me a gossip roll.
You have good fellowship.
I do have good fellowship, but it's
That's something that will never change.
Yeah, I
for
don't-
these partnership.
I made
I need
what is
stuff
that?
I know.
98.
98. Check. You can check with the town guard. The militia generally always needs war horses. You can also check with the witch hunter group. They had there were talk about a party of Sigmarite witch hunters was attacked recently between Altdorf and Middenheim. They were recruiting to get reinforcements.
Interesting. Okay, thank you.
So you had decided the barding.
Okay. Meanwhile, you and Carter are going to the college
Well, the
representative. Yeah, the outpost. Okay. So you guys find that relatively easily. It's a wooden structure or whatever. With your badge, you manage to get access without any difficulty. Assuming you're going to vouch for him, I assume. Okay. What can we do for you, sirs?
I want to get a practice license for him to be my apprentice, and I also have research papers and other documents and stuff the college would be interested in.
And your name is?
Erdem.
Erdem? Start checking the papers. Didn't you just recently have an apprentice?
I did. She graduated.
Aren't you ready to move on yourself?
He requires teaching. Always more to be taught. The truth.
Oh, okay.
Just like
You sure you want to choose this one?
I'm sure it'll be a challenge.
Okay, do you have the requisite experience to change career and class? Have you completed your current career completely?
I have.
Okay. Do you have 5 gold for the license and entry fees?
I do.
Could I trade in my reports about like the trolls and stuff to cover that fee?
You can trade in your reports to get some of the fee, yes.
And then can I haggle it down with my haggle?
No, you cannot haggle it down.
Richard Clark.
I have.
The poor are not permitted to have licenses.
Okay, I'm
You
not
put-
poor.
I have 3, and one
Okay.
of them is the Morsley research papers. I copied that over. I took like the week to copy over all the research.
Okay. The college here doesn't have the funds or research capability to really do value to those.
Okay.
I mean, they can give you some credit, but he suggests that really that sort of information should go to one of the universities.
Okay.
Their area is basically a single wooden structure with some basic books. I mean, they'll take the information, but they're not going to give you what it's worth.
Okay.
I would say amongst all of it, he'll give you a gold for the various collections, but you can get 10 times that or more at a university.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll pay the 5.
Okay. So that's fine. Now there's an indoctrination that takes about a week
Okay.
to learn, so you can learn the basics.
Okay.
That will give you your first talent
Okay.
within that. And you pay the transition fee, assuming you have the other 100 experience for the talent as well.
I do.
Okay, so go ahead and mark off your experience. Mark yourself as a Wizard's Apprentice.
0 experience.
Change your advanced scheme to the Wizard's Apprentice. And then at the end of 1 week, you spend another 100 experience and you get your first talent.
Is there a blank Warhammer sheet?
I actually have it at the house.
There you go.
Or I printed one off.
There's probably some somewhere, but
Okay. Because
Okay.
this paper's falling apart from the amount I erased.
Okay. So you guys are doing that. Was there anything else you wanted to do at the university?
I mean, I was going to ask several questions. But
Okay.
Knowing that the outpost that has no.
It's minimal.
such power, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they can do some basic training and basic information, but they're not the university with all the research.
Well. Okay. I guess I'll wait till I get to my
Which
game.
Okay.
talent should I choose?
What?
Which talent?
Oh, probably the petty magic, so you can.
And I get to keep all my other talents, right?
Everything that you've already learned, you keep.
Okay.
You can no longer advance any skills or talents that are not on your current career list, and the only stats you can increase are the ones on your current list.
So I erase the ones I have a star over right now. But
Correct. Put the new star in the new place.
Okay.
Okay? But all of the previous training you keep.
Later, I can go on what spells I
Really,
have.
how long would it take for
I was saying
Jonathan
I'm
to
going to
get
put it
treated?
down.
At Altdorf,
Yeah.
if he survives, probably a couple of weeks.
Okay.
He had fairly mortal injuries. Plus,
Reality burns like that would take months to.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, well, honestly, a broken arm doesn't heal overnight either. We're glossing over some of that given the fantasy storyline.
So.
Okay.
One question I wanted to ask is I wanted to be with them for a little bit and try to identify what the ceremonial dagger is with them and stuff like that.
Okay. So you can spend a couple of days with them and do some research on that.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you want to do? I know you two were selling some things. You didn't get great prices, assuming you sold it all.
We did.
Okay.
Well, I felt that was the thing. We have to sell it.
Right. Once you commit to it,
Once
you're selling it. Yeah.
So we, but yeah. So currently we sold that. So we've got, if we're all meeting up at some point, but until then,
No, everybody specifically stayed together and
yes.
scattered.
What? Really? Not this group. I would like to look for.
You probably got the best group. You got all the soldiers.
To increase my level in
Bounty hunter.
in bounty hunter.
Uh-huh.
To get to the third level, I have to have someone specifically training me. It isn't
Yes.
the rest of it. Okay.
Yes. Level 1 to level 2, you're fine. Level 2 to 3, you have to have somebody specifically training in a town or larger. And level 4, you have to have a major city.
Yeah.
Are you done with Bounty Hunter 2 already?
Yeah, because a lot of the things crossed over, so I already had.
Okay, so you had a lot.
increases.
Okay.
Now I cannot increase anything from the level 2 once I'm
Out of it.
Once I go to level 3.
Correct.
Okay. Then I will hold off on that. Then.
Okay.
I got a few things to do there.
Yeah, talents typically are the biggest concern because you can't get them once you're in the other career.
And I'm seeing. I didn't realize that Badul
Fire.
Wield is a thing. This one, and I went, oh,
Yeah,
really? That's what
that's a good
I
one.
missed about Duelist. I
I want to hit dexterity, dude.
I want to.
Minus 20 sucks.
So I was near him when that guy took his hair, or he described him to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend my time looking for those kind of shady creatures around. See if I
Okay.
see. I mean, really, that's all. I'm just going to sit back and
Just gonna wa-
perceive the around me.
Just watch the people for the week.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're heading to the Witch Hunter?
Yes.
Okay. So you find the location near the back of the town, down a fairly secluded street. It's like most people don't want to be near that area. There is a large, fairly fancy lodge with the Witch Hunter emblem across the door. You can see as you walk up, there are all sorts of arcane marks carved and painted into the building, including what looks like a ring of metal implanted into the porch, as well as implanted around the frame of the front doors. Now give me a Reichland lore.
Okay. That's just intelligence if I don't have, if I'm not trained in it.
Correct.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay. A metal detector? Takes corruption? I'll put my ragged cloak on and just walk up.
Okay.
Study the runes on the walls and the ring.
Okay. There are various markings. They don't make a whole lot of sense to you
I just
since you don't read magic or anything. The ring appears to be crafted out of, it looks like possibly lead, as a circle around the doorway. And around, there's a second one around the frame of the door leading into the building itself.
ward off corruption. Presumably.
I'm sure. You don't know enough about them. It's a mysterious organization. So whatever you can conclude yourself.
How would I go about doing this? Like, how have I seen the Witch Hunters act? Do they have a sort of etiquette when speaking to another Witch Hunter?
They got a handshake.
You've never seen another witch hunter speaking to a witch hunter? And when they speak to anybody else, they speak with authority and they're in charge.
I'm more asking, should I know?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll go about it.
I mean, it's effectively a private business
Okay.
and lodge and everything. Okay? How much corruption do you have?
Currently 4.
4? Okay.
4 points.
You step up. As soon as you enter the first ring, you hear a faint humming sound, and you feel a tingling sensation across your skin.
I'm going to turn around and leave.
Okay.
Yeah, but you just set off all the alarms.
Ding dong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll like trying to.
Disappear down the street.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Just ding dong ditch the witch hunter.
Well, town's gone.
Visual.
It must be a witch.
They had a ring doorbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
That's a 19, my man. Not a 91.
34.
34. Okay. You duck back down the street quickly before anybody apparently spots you. Disappearing back into the city.
He is that guy.
Witch hunters are an organization designed to root out any and all corruption.
I know.
Okay.
Witch hunters are evil.
Have you ever heard the
Themselves.
story?
Witch hunters are evil.
Okay.
Naughty kids get drunk.
So, Dip, what were you're learning how to be a wizard. You guys over at the dwarven thing. Have you figured out what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go try and sell the horse and the barding.
Okay.
I'm gonna head to the room real quick. That I'm gonna rent a room.
Okay. You're gonna find a tavern.
Yeah, the tavern that we normally stay at in this town. Every time we come into this town.
Sure. Okay.
Back
Okay.
there real quick, dump all my shit off.
Okay.
Me and him will go to. Where are you at? Are you at the tavern?
I was
Sure.
just hanging outside trying to watch people.
Okay, as soon as I see him,
Uh huh.
I'm gonna be like, hey, look, I gotta sell the horse and the barding to get this hammer.
Okay.
Arguably, you have 2 horses here.
Huh?
3 actually.
Well, the third one I thought we'd hang on to carry gear and food and rations, and I think kind of like Tony the Pony.
I need my horse currently.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's what happens
but
when
if-
I can't do anything. Yeah, I need the horse.
Yeah.
But you want to go and sell that then? So yeah, with the
I may need a little flow.
that's fine. So it was 70 for the light war horse,
Okay.
and then it was the barding was 20 because he asked me what the heavy was. The heavy
Yeah.
armor was 30,
So I've got 98
suit,
total,
so-
and I need.
but you gotta be able to sell it for
47.
that. Are you gonna sell it for that?
That's why I was coming to talk to you because I suck at haggling.
I thought you had a heavy war horse, not a light.
No, I don't like wolves.
Light horse. Yeah. Nobody ever afforded a heavy.
Yeah, heavy's not even the book.
Heavy's 230. It's called a
it?
D-ster.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't see it in the
whatever it's
book.
called.
Yeah.
Are you decent at haggling, or is there somebody in our party
Might see that
that's?
for crew.
So the guy training
Going to
the wizard
Bretonia might give you one.
that isn't around.
What?
You go to Bretonia, you get one. You have that book that talks about
For a
him.
week.
But if I roll well with the guild, which I didn't previously, but if I roll well, you can.
Is there something else you wanted to do at the college other than study the dagger?
I don't have money or funds for books,
So I just have to stay there
Okay.
for a week.
But are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're around, cool.
When you change careers, it's a week to get the basics.
It's
Okay.
the 47.
Okay,
So we take the.
You guys are heading towards Nome.
let's do it.
Sean, I've surpassed
Yeah,
my
going back to
physical
the.
and
Hey,
mental
we're at the
limit
point
for
now where we're heading
my
back to give
mutation
you.
or corruption.
To your
Have you?
college, my friend.
Yes,
How much
Okay.
corruption do you have?
4. My physical limit and my mental limit is 4 and 3.
Well,
Okay.
it's combined, so you have 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
You got a couple more points. Well, apparently the corruption is leading to memory loss.
And it's when it surpasses it.
Right.
So when you have 8 corruption, that's when you gain your
Right.
mutation.
That's when you mutate.
When you
We
look
get
at eye
another-
patch and
Then
there's
it's
teeth in
then
there,
it's too late.
Or get possessed by the fucking position.
How many points do you have, Thad?
Huh?
How many points do you have?
No.
10 or something?
He passes roll.
I know he did.
I passed my test, but
He's held it off.
yeah, it was at 14 at
You
one
should
point.
go visit the Witch Hunters Lodge.
Yeah, it doesn't just hum. It's like. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna look for him
yeah.
then.
Okay.
And the 3 of us will
I'm going to assume along the day, you guys generally find people. Now, Dip has free time. It's not like he's in study 24/7.
Traditional for wizard to stay in the thing and do not communicate.
Yes.
No, no.
Yes.
Come on.
So you do have a license to enter Wizard Grounds, and that is a secluded location that only wizards are allowed to enter.
Now I can feel special.
Okay.
It's important to hear what he's saying.
It's also important because, yes, the group does have a tendency to try to get a message to you which does not get delivered and then leave without you. Okay.
I should probably check in.
Yeah, as soon as he shows up, I grab him, Mr. Hagglesmith, and we're gonna go see what we can get from our horse in the bargain.
Haggle mechanics.
Okay.
My goal was to
What's your haggle?
stuff
47.
Uh-huh.
So it's the same as his, so you don't even have to leave the school.
get some
Okay, yeah, everybody, we'll take that.
advanced
Okay.
armor equivalent,
You
so I
get
don't take as much of a negative.
You guys don't want to trust my
Okay.
21?
With
Not
wearing
today,
armor, because
or any other day.
ultimately I get struck by something, I have
Alright, I
zero
will.
armor effectively.
You got a armor type 1.
Yeah.
You're very weak. Yeah. You want typically you want either the standard mechanics would either be a higher defensive bonus or a magic effect that gives you the equivalent of a higher armor type.
I got 115 and 109.
Okay.
That's my
With
goal,
the,
because I have all those
I got a
books. I was
22
planning
and
on
a
selling
three.
Wolf
Rather have
Horse,
him
and
try it?
then
He's got the free
potentially
time.
on how expensive it is
Yeah.
to sell
Same
that
skill.
magic
Hey.
movie.
Yeah, you got quite a bit of wealth. You just
And
keep
items.
you just keep sticking to the small town, so you can't really sell a lot of it.
I can indeed do it. I will.
Okay. So we get
And that's why I was hoping this place had money, because then I could
I'm going to be a wizard.
fancier.
I'll get
Well, to buy anything along those lines, you're probably going to have to be at a big town anyways, because they're just not going to have anything. So
I rolled a 22, a 3, and a 4.
I'm doing it.
We're taking him because we were test rolling. While
Okay.
we were talking, and me and him just.
so
I passed both of mine. That's
you
all
kick-
I can say.
He far
well,
exceeded
there you
us.
go.
With
Take the
less than
dwarf.
half
With
his
his
skill.
21.
Take the dwarf, obviously.
Yeah.
He haggles his way into the deal.
Can't ignore the dwarf. He just keeps showing up.
All right.
So we'll go with guild.
So
first
you two are going and
With him.
where are you going first specifically?
to get rid of the horse and the.
Right, to the guard or
Yes.
to the witches?
Not the witches.
The guard.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and give me a etiquette. This is not merchant etiquette, by the way. Is that what you have?
I have guilders.
They are not a guild. They're military etiquette.
Well, neither one of them would be
Oh.
guilders, would they?
Have you got military etiquette?
No, they wouldn't.
A language
So-
battle.
And
possibly.
I have language.
I'm doing my own thing currently.
Well, again, you guys can coordinate, meet up, etc. You have time if you're willing to do the haggle. He's the one with military etiquette. Your merchant etiquette doesn't do a thing for you with the guards.
Military.
Yeah, are you willing to help him out?
For sure.
Well, you just
Sure,
said
I'll
you didn't
take-
have military etiquette.
Do you have skill?
It's a language battle equivalent.
No, it's etiquette.
He's not going up to fight him and talk to him in the middle of it and be like,
You don't
cultist
have
etiquette.
military etiquette.
No, fundamental. Well, no, he's a solo squad. He doesn't really operate as a unit, so he doesn't really need a lot of etiquette. His etiquette is you guys listen to my orders.
Yes, I'll go.
okay, well,
So-
he can just do it without any etiquette. Then.
Drip's just gonna roll then.
Yep. Okay. Haggle with the guards.
Yeah.
They're a tough crowd.
Okay,
I'm
we're
going to
gonna
go check
use,
in
Okay.
He rolled a 12.
and find
111, baby. Come on.
we'll use a fate.
Unfortunate.
Fortune.
He saves his life against the guards.
92.
Hell yeah, much good.
So that's like
Breathing down his
137.
neck.
It's like
It's
139.
139.
139. Okay. So how much is the horses normally?
Horse and bard
Barding?
together is 90.
90. So they will give you
125.
no. They will give you 65 for the set. I'm sorry. They'll give you the full 70 for the horse.
Okay.
They'll give you 12 for the barding. The horse doesn't lose value. It's a creature.
So
The-
82.
Standard price. If you don't haggle or anything, you get 50% value
Okay.
for the equipment.
So 82.
Yeah, the horse I'll give you the full value because it's a horse. It's not
My
a piece of gear.
My 8, that's 90.
Okay.
So I need 35
Need
gold.
35? Okay. So, as a.
Now, do you want to try the witch hunters as an alternative?
You don't want to go to the witch
I do
hunters
not
front
want to go to
door.
the witch hunters.
Yeah.
If you want to take the horse and barding and try, awesome.
We do have a sailor that's pure soul with 0 corruption. that
I also
haggles.
same.
Yeah.
Same.
You want to try? You want to see what you can get?
Talk to
Curious.
the
And
listeners.
then can we choose who we sell it to, or does it have?
Yes.
If we say no to the okay. I
I'm
just wanna
I'm
make sure
giving
How are
I'm
they
giving
gonna
you the
feel
option because
when
it's
a
more
Silver
restricted.
One seaman that smells like salt water walking up to their front door, asking them for a better deal on horses.
No, you're not corrupt though. That's the thing.
I'm not corrupt
It's
either.
not. It's not the fact that I'm not corrupt.
I feel like you guys that Sean is giving you the opportunity just to see if you can get one of you guys to be silly enough to go do it. 'Cause they know your horse, they know your barding, they know you. that
I
you are
agree
hunting.
with you. I
You were
agree with
going
you.
up with this war horse and barding. Hey, I got this to sell ya. Where'd you get it?
That's what I just said.
you-
was that it's
they would kill
that'd
you.
be so stupid.
Okay.
So you've
That's
got,
fine.
So how much
I've
did
given
get?
you options.
35? Okay. So
This math games would
And
be
here
too
it
long.
comes.
I will.
Where's my money, man?
I will. I will
Nope.
provide
Matt, you're no
the
fun.
35 for you.
At only a 10% per day
It's
interest
gonna-
rate.
It's gonna have to come back because I have a few necessities later on that I'm definitely gonna need. But for now,
You know me. I routinely donate
no,
to the
absolutely. No, this is a you and me, not the group. This isn't group money. This is you and me
Cause.
money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you and me money. I'm more than happy to.
So
take care of that
you,
for
so you either got to pay them back or get them killed.
Right. Hey,
Witch hunters.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Awesome.
okay.
So I'll take the gold.
So you got the 125?
I think I feel just
over the doors.
he's
Okay.
buying me a hammer.
I know.
That's great. What?
All of you.
What am I doing?
So you head back over to the dwarfs. They're
Sitting here.
surprised actually to see you guys come back. Say okay.
Fat stash of fucking money.
Yeah.
Jingle, jangle.
Walking across the whole town. Chunk, chunk.
Okay. They take 50% now.
On good faith, I'll give you the whole amount.
He doesn't want it stolen.
Okay.
He gives
Sure.
it away.
They'll take the whole thing. They give you a receipt for it, so you have proof. And they take it. They take your basic intentions and so forth. They take the pieces of the hammer and the remnants of the nail. They say, "Come back in a week. We'll see what we got."
Half when it's done.
Awesome.
Mind if I stick around and watch? It's comfortable here.
Well, yeah, it is. That's how we kind of made it. You can certainly stay here in the merchant area, but we don't allow other people in the back. OSHA concerns and everything.
0 days since last night.
0 days since last Slayer got burned.
Right? Okay.
I'll stoke the fire. I'm not scared of it.
Oh, you idiots!
So,
The
you wanna,
bacon wrapped hair lights on fire.
if you can't stay here, you want to wander around with me, see if we can root out these purple hands, see if we can
I like that idea.
figure out what's going on in this town.
Okay. So you guys are, my understanding is in general, you guys are going to spend about a week in town. A couple of people are looking at some retraining, careers, etc. At least one. I don't know if you've chosen something else, you have something else you want to advance in, or if you want to go back and visit those witch hunters again. He's studying and researching at the university a lot while he's learning as well. So a week goes by as far as time. You make, well, none of you are really operating as your career as such. So you end up, you guys don't have to worry about expenses because you have the university. The rest of you spend,
Career level. And money.
yeah, basically you spend your career, your monetary level
Oh, that's a good thing. You,
in money.
good thing you.
Two
College
rats.
affords that.
That's right.
One silver.
Rats are good eats, man. I'm telling you.
That's right.
Is there a way I could lower my corruption in town? I haven't done anything else to lower my corruption.
Nope. Unless you can come up with something that I deem valuable and worthwhile enough and much of a sacrifice to lose your corruption.
Actually,
Hanging around in town doesn't fade it.
the only other thing I do is I do go to any local, if there's not homeless, orphanages.
Okay.
And just volunteer there, just like helping out the kids, whatever.
He's just trying to get his beard done again.
Yes.
Okay.
All messy.
Yeah,
Kid, I'm here to help you.
you know, we had a pedophile get fired from our school.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's odd.
Okay.
Okay.
So after the week, you've done some research on the knife. The best you can determine from it is magical. It is the equivalent of a +10 dagger. Okay, and has a blood-seeking quality. That wounds that it causes bleed more profusely.
That explains it.
Okay.
That's really nice for you.
Yeah.
It is.
After the week, you are formally a apprentice wizard with whichever talent you chose. He insisted on you learning petty magic so you can actually be useful.
Yeah,
You can read right.
that's what I chose.
Okay.
I do read right.
Now keep in mind, you also have
my other 100.
you'll have to look at the rules as far as what your initial spells are. I believe it's just a couple of petty magic ones
It's intelligence bonus for the spells
And I can pick those.
out of the petty magic.
out
Okay.
of the grimoire. I have.
Yeah, I know it's like
Right.
rot and twitch and stuff.
Well, it's only the ones he has.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll give you the list.
just send it to me
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
Can't really continue.
You need to spend experience if you want to memorize them.
How much does each one
I
cost?
said there's a chart.
Okay.
I'll have to look.
Yeah.
In the book.
Yeah,
It gets relatively expensive, so you keep a lot of experience for that. If you don't, you can cast them from your book, but it's at double the casting number.
Okay.
Okay. At the end of the week, you guys haven't really found any sign of the purple hand. There's lots of shady people who at different times look at you, but every time you stop them to question them or whatever, they have no knowledge of what you're talking about. Whatever reason, they don't seem to be doing anything directly against you. At the end of the week, you check back in with the dwarfs. They claim success and present you with a Warhammer. It comes in as a +10 Warhammer.
Nice.
It is lined with grommeril, with the heart of the hammer that you had before.
Right.
The front of the hammer is the flat blunt head. The nail has been embedded on the reverse side, so that you can choose when you strike to do either concussion or piercing damage. Your choice on the critical. And they say it should be more effective against corrupt creatures if it comes to it.
Quote holy.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that makes me feel good. Thank you.
Okay. It is carved with some runes that you don't recognize. They claim they are dwarven runes, but they don't give you any more information than that. Okay.
There's no
Thank
more.
you very much.
Okay. In the
Is
dim
there-
light,
is
it
there a
glows
maker's
green.
Mark on this?
Yes.
Can you point it out to me so I can show it to people?
They show it at the bottom of the handle.
Excellent.
Okay. In the dim light, it glows green.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Instead of water coming out of the nail, it's beer.
Oh, man,
Dwarven mead. Dwarven mead all day.
Yeah.
Man, he'd be on my handle all day.
He's always got a dwarf on his tip.
Oh God.
Sorry.
If you unscrew the top on the thing, it has a quart
It's like an
quart
Avon
container
beer
inside. You
bottle.
can store some beer.
That's
There you go.
fantastic. Oh, man.
Okay.
Cool. I'm going to die the next session.
Probably. Okay. The other thing during the week, for those of you who are not otherwise directly occupied with something, give me a D10 roll. You're training specifically. Yeah, you're just wandering around town looking at people. Same thing with you. You're not really doing anything specific.
6.
A 6, you can roll as well. Okay.
5.
You've heard that mutant attacks on river track seem to be on the increase throughout the Empire. Recently, there was a notorious river pirate who was tried in Altdorf. Claimed he was only captured because mutant attacks had decimated his crew. He expressed no remorse for his many crimes, but openly regretted that he was no longer the most feared marauder on the river.
Out of 6.
No,
Okay.
I'm the most feared marauder. I'm kidding.
That was a 6. 5. A party of Sigmarite witch hunters were attacked on the highway between Altdorf and Middenheim. They were found by a passing coach. They had been robbed, stripped, and hung upside down by their ankles.
That's unfortunate.
None of them killed, though?
They were all killed.
Okay.
No.
He actually rolled a 7.
A 7. River patrol recruiters have been seen in Marienburg trying to conscript seasoned boatmen and marines despite the wasteland's long independence from the Empire. Press ganging people into working the boats.
4.
And a 4. R. Ulrich, the head of the Ulrichen cult and high priest of Middenheim Grand Temple of Ulrich, has issued a proclamation condemning anti-Sigmarite violence and threatened sanctions against any follower of Ulrich found taking part in the rite. This has not deterred a mob from attacking the city's Temple of Sigmar, chanting Ulrichian prayers and devotions as they went.
Where was this?
In Middenheim.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
Okay. Reports are coming in of border skirmishes between Ostland and Talabekland. The Grand Prince of Ostland is blaming Grand Duke Gustav von Krieglitz of Talabekland for the death of his son, Crown Prince Hergard, who was on an expedition in the Grey Mountains. Several villages have been captured by both sides. So far, it's unclear who started the fighting and who has the upper hand. So that region is erupting into inter-community war over the loss of his son in the Grey Mountains.
Again, the first thing that we didn't go do.
Okay. The other thing that's big news in town, the Emperor has apparently been seen in public. Soothing public fears that he was sick, mutated, or worse. He took part in an investiture ceremony for new members of the Reik Guard, one of the Empire's elite military units. At least one source reported hearing that the Emperor did not look like himself, and indeed may not have been. The claim is he's got a double to throw off assassins. Everybody knows that. And he stumbled over the words of the Oath of Loyalty when he gave it to the new recruits. My brother-in-law was there. Altdorf born and bred he was. He's seen the Emperor enough times to know when he's looking at an imposter. Heretic, burn him! Burn the Emperor. Okay. So a week has gone by. What would you guys like to do?
Mighty hammer.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
So go see if we can collect these wizards. Now we have wizards.
Yeah.
Now, one interesting thing, you guys didn't take the boat. Never mind. Okay. I was gonna say nobody ever turned the boat in. So.
What?
I was saying nobody ever turned the boat in. Then I rumored you guys didn't take the boat.
We didn't take the boat.
Okay.
We didn't turn it in. He's gonna badmouth us.
He is.
He didn't say anything about us not taking it.
That's right.
Whatever, guys. I told you. Yeah, we need to pick up some food, and then so on. Is there a boat we can hire to take us to
Wittgendorf? Sure. There's ferries that go up and down the river all the time.
Okay. Well, Wickendorf is where we need to go.
Well, I need to go to Nome.
Wittgendorf is where we need to go.
Yeah, Wickendorf is where we need to go.
That's on the way, and then we'll go to Nome afterwards. Yeah.
Do you want to go? You want to go Wittgendorf first, or stop there, or go continue to Nuln and then come back?
The question is, if we go to Wichtendorf, are we going to be alive to go to Null?
Is there a reason to go?
I have some important documents
Love
the
on the
college desperately needs. That I need to
We just
drop off.
follow.
We
It
have-
just seems like
We have
people
sidetracked
too.
long enough. I think going to Nome is absolutely doable. It's something, but are you going to have to stay there for a really long period of time? That's just this next question,
A
'cause
week at the next one. At the max. I don't think it's going to take a week.
this is the Black Powder City, so you're talking my language. I think we should go.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I also have stuff to do there.
I look at Wickendorf as we go by. No!
And a
I
body
heard
falls
there's
into the
giants
river.
and no.
Right.
Yeah, you can buy a giant drum. You bought the troll horde
Oh,
there.
that's right, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going past Wittgendorf down to Nuln by boat.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay.
Cost us?
So that will cost you a silver apiece.
Okay, we got
For
two
the ferry.
horses.
2 silver for each horse.
Silver and a silver piece. Okay.
I think I'm the only one with a horse still.
Now we've got,
The group
I've got
ha-
one riding.
The group has a spare horse.
Kind of like pony to pony, but
Yes, man, I went from being so fat on money in the last couple
Yeah.
to now.
now you owe me.
Okay.
Literally in debt. How would I go about becoming an advisor?
An advisor?
Yeah.
What, is that a career?
It is a career.
Give people advice? No, you'd probably go to like a scribe place.
It's a courtier class.
Yeah, that's part of the duelist class. Is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the same idea. Any town, you can get the basics of whichever career it is.
Okay.
An advisor is like a clerk person. You can certainly do that if that's what you want to do. Okay, so you guys had to take a boat down to Wittgendorf. Along the way, the boat crew comment about the strange happenings between Kemperbad and Grisenwald. Although the stretch of river has seen fewer reports of mutant attacks than many other places, it seems that barely a week goes by without some deformed corpse being fished out of the river. Something or someone is hunting mutants to keep the river safe for honest travelers.
Okay.
Okay. Specifically regarding Wittgendorf, as you guys go by, it's still the foreboding presence. The boat does not stop there. It specifically steers clear of it and heads down on the opposite side. They comment that Castle Wittgenstein is an evil place, cursed by the gods in punishment for the unspeakable sins one of its families committed a century or more back. Old Dagmar was a wizard of the worst sort, and the current generation is scarcely any better. The inhabitants of nearby Wittgendorf have fallen prey to a terrible, deforming plague, and pass along appalling tales of degradation within the castle. Yeah,
That's
plague.
all the wizard, of the worst sort. They're all bad.
Well, that he's the worst of them.
That's pretty
Okay,
bad.
that is bad. Okay, and a bit later, you guys arrive in Nuln.
Expected from a dwarf.
Weather is starting to turn at this point. It's late autumn. Winter will be coming soon-ish in the next month or two. Nuln is busy and belching smoke into the air like always. As you guys pull up, another bronze for the boat fees for the day. No, you don't have to pay for the boat fees.
We
Yeah.
don't own a boat anymore, man. Come on.
Give us that petty
The
cash.
ferry captain says, "Oh, darn. Okay, you guys don't have to pay this time. Let you off the boat."
Nice boat, bunch of horses. All the horses are gone. The boat's burned.
Anyways, they drop you off,
Horses are dead.
and you guys have time in Nuln. What do you guys want to do? Anything else?
Transfer my
I'm
class,
guessing my thing got here.
Your thing.
The
Metal.
metal.
Probably.
Hey,
You gonna
send
go
the
check
ticket
in?
off to
Your
find
badge
out
of
if Jonathan's
office.
Okay.
First I will go check in and see if I get that medal.
Okay. Yeah, you check in. The clerk, without much ceremony, hands you over the medal.
Okay.
Said, "Yeah, we've been waiting for you. It's been here for a few days.
Duelist does.
Not sure what you did, but congratulations."
Slate troll.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't think any of us know what he did.
No. He gives you the medal. The rest of your recruits seem impressed, at least.
What is
Because
the
he
metal?
lied.
He
He
lied
lied
to
about
the
clearing the river.
There was a river kraken that we weren't here for.
Remember when you guys defeated all the trolls and everything? When you went back to town, he reported into the guard and took the credit for defeating all the trolls. So they gave him a medal for his valor and his bravery.
That's fine. I would do the same exact same
All of us would have.
Yeah.
thing. I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Don't think it's-
there's another one? Whoa.
Whoa! Imagine that.
Are you going to the tower with
Yeah.
You
Then
can come if you
I'm
want.
going to
Yeah.
find.
I'm,
guess,
I'm using my
like,
new
a
fancy
runner.
badge.
Well, you got
Effectively.
you still got the
Like-
staff, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I will take the
Basically a
defense
messenger,
Uh huh.
would like the
and I want to
Oh,
send
we
a
can
message
finally get it identified to see what it
to
does.
Jonathan
To Altdorf.
in Altdorf,
Okay.
and
I mean, for
where
wizards
want
now,
the
we can
PSI?
procrastinate, sand the walls for a week or two.
Aha!
No.
We'll see him in Altdorf. He can stay there until then.
okay.
Because really we'll be moving around a bit, and I
If we
don't
do
know.
see him.
I'd hate for him to show up someplace and we might as well wait until we meet him there. We know where he's at
Yeah.
and let him recover.
She sent a message just to check on him and
Yeah,
update him.
um,
Okay.
I'll put a gold in the letter to keep him like
To supply him.
Give him a
He's
crossword
keeping the
puzzle.
bird money.
Okay.
like give him
Okay.
a gold just
Except
to
for the
keep
bird.
his lifestyle up a bit.
Okay.
What's their
So
line?
they put a banknote in the letter.
What's that mean?
That means at the other end they can turn it into a gold rather than sending a bird with a coin.
They're known to go to the
We're
casino.
gonna put 50 gold on this thing.
Darn it! Instead, they write a note saying you are entitled to 50 gold or a gold or whatever. They take your gold. They put the note on it. They send the bird. They say, "Are you, assuming you're expecting an answer? It'll probably be a couple of days before it comes back."
Okay.
Okay.
Basically telling him to stay there and
Sure.
recover.
Okay. I know what you want to do generally. Is there anything else anybody in Nuln wants to do? Any special equipment you want to buy? Any special items? Anything like that?
Do I have enough time to transfer over to an advisor?
If he's going to take a week, and I assume he wants to advance in career,
Me?
you?
Oh, no, I'm not advancing.
You're not advancing?
But he's
No, I'm not even close to getting that.
Okay.
I need a wizard's tower at a magic workshop for that.
I
Quit
would
slowing down on that then.
I would like to advance.
You're going to advance?
Yes.
Okay. So you can advance. I mean, Nuln is a big enough city. Anybody can advance to level 4 if you're capable of doing so.
But you have
Or
a
level
wizard
3.
tower in a magic
And-
workshop. We just gotta get those keys back.
That's right.
Yeah, progress on my current.
And I didn't get ownership, but
Yeah. Gray area there.
so this is
And I don't wanna get
black
chased
powder.
by
This is
no
the artisan
one.
town is Kemperman.
You got like a
This is black powder town.
This is machinery.
face. Why are you?
Where's
not
Black?
necessarily firearms.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what I was-
this is the military industrial place
That's
of
what
the
I thought.
Empire.
This is the place for
While
my
the
Reik
only rifle that's on the list is the Hawkwind long rifle, I'm assuming that wasn't what the other guy was shooting. So are there other long rifles in this?
it's a
World?
hand rifle. I think is the equivalent, like handgun or hand rifle. That's the basic rifle.
Yeah, the hand is right.
Right. The handgun is the rifle.
Oh.
It's labeled handgun, which sort of implies a pistol,
Okay.
but the old style rifles were called handguns.
Yeah, that makes sense that it's a 3-round reload. So, or three turn reload. So, man, it says 4 gold. That can't be right. That's cheaper than my handguns.
Your pistols?
My pistols,
I
yeah.
believe it.
Yeah, you got fancy pistols though.
I do, but what?
The Hawkwind rifle?
No. The Hawkwind rifle's 100 gold.
Oh, I
You got
know.
one.
It's the rarity that's mainly the difference.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the rarity, and I think it takes a special skill.
Like black powder.
Oh.
Well, I've already had that. The black powder skill, so. No, it's fine. I was just,
Oh wait, do we still have
explosives
great
are here
axe?
too?
Sure.
Do we still have great axes?
Musket.
My current
Does that
skill
is that like a
it all
does
lines
that
up
count as
with
like a shotgun?
There's a blunderbuss.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A
I
blunderbuss.
Yeah, there-
think so. I have listed what the attack table is.
What's the blunderbuss like on that?
It's 2 gold. It takes black powder skill. It gets terrible, like, after 25 feet out, it's like negative 25 after that. So if you're more, again,
Oh, yeah,
like a
it's
shotgun.
yeah.
Yeah. But, that's only 2-round reload. 2-handed. That's all.
2 round and 2 turn.
2 turns and 2 hands.
I was
No.
just curious because I think we kind of
You want to be the priest
roll
with a
around.
shotgun?
Yeah.
What is that? What's the movie? Shotgun priest. Yeah.
So you're going to go to the college, and you want to turn in all your stuff.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
with him.
You're going to go with them. Okay, since you're allowed in now.
Yeah.
Okay. So they let you onto the grounds. As a apprentice, you're not authorized to go to the areas where he is specifically.
You
can-
can.
Okay, but you could go onto the grounds into the
I'll go
into.
pretend I can read the books.
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you going to be spending
Pressure
a
that
week?
all
If you
that-
can't read, you're gonna have difficulty learning things. So that's
Yeah,
probably
well,
the second
well,
point.
I'm taking
That's-
reading,
that's
right?
the right-
So after
At the end of the session, he's gonna have the
after
Okay,
100
good.
experience, we get
Yeah,
to get on to
because I can't let you memorize any spells until you've taken read right.
Technically, you can't because you have language magic.
Yeah, there's a repeater.
He doesn't have
and-
language magic.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it is. It's a skill that wizards have.
Yeah, you just get it.
You have the ability to learn the skill.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a skill. As soon as you have 1 point, you know it.
He doesn't have 1 point in it.
Well, you need to start learning.
He can't read magic.
Point is-
While we're in Nolman, I'm gonna try and keep my head down and stay away from like alleyways and stuff.
Okay. And you
away
want-
from the thieves, place where.
Oh, the place that you were supposed to do that mission for that you
Yeah.
didn't do. Okay.
So,
We'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, you want to train to be an advisor?
Are we going to be spending a week here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave your back, turn your back on the Thieves Guild, and so forth.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, you're gonna have a tough life. You
Okay.
dong ditch the witch hunters. You're trying to Thieves Guild. Next thing, it's gonna be like you shot an emperor.
The point is, though, he has lots of experience to give advice on.
Exactly.
Don't do these things I did.
It's like watching your older sibling do all the bad things that you
Okay.
not to do them.
So go ahead and do that advancement, assuming you have finished your current career.
So,
The problem is I have the 100 XP. The 100 XP will be at the
read
end
and
of
write, or
the
should I
can't.
take language?
At the end of the
Realize exactly
session,
what his sister.
Okay.
it'll pay
I would do
for
read and
my
write.
change.
that's best.
Because it's a different class as well as career, right? And have you fully finished Rogue,
Fully can finish my current career.
including the requirement of completing was that one of the trappings was completing a mission?
No. There was no trapping, I don't believe. That was complete mission.
Well, I mean, we can check the book and figure out what the trappings are. You need to have all the trappings that you have completed your current one. Okay. I mean, I don't think a beginning advisor has very complicated trappings. So, okay, and you want to sell all your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so what all stuff do you want to have? So,
So I wanted to sell my 3 research papers, including the one about more
Plus, I
slavery.
don't want to do the organization.
And then I have the Warhorse Barding. And then I have the 50 pounds of books, and then some of the other named books.
Do we want to sell them defense staff, or are we gonna keep that?
I'll keep that.
okay. So the horse, they'll give you the 70 for.
Okay.
The barding, give me a haggle roll.
Can I make the haggle? I can't
I
go
want
up
to do
there.
fire
Never
both
mind.
guns or fire guns and stab and thing.
Got it.
Yeah, I have dual wield already. That came out as first level for me.
Oh, I got the fortune. That's a 37. Oh, 137.
137. Okay, they'll give you 14 gold for the barding.
Okay.
The three books you had initially over that you had copied the information, they'll give you 5 gold apiece for.
Okay.
So 15 gold.
I would love
The what did you have? The 50 pounds of books.
You have 50 pounds of books.
Okay, they'll give you 50 gold for those.
149.
but I have to kill
Oh,
a
how
giant.
much?
50 gold total for those.
And then,
Kill a giant.
I will sell the etheric armor paper because I already have that in my book. So that's 2 gold just from the spell, like 1 gold.
Sure.
Okay.
So you're the 150 gold.
And then
I just see him walk out with a giant money bag.
So I have the Bretonian book. Not sure how much we're gonna run into Bretonians. It's like we've never ran into them.
That's at Wolfsmith. That's what we say.
How much would they give me for the Bretonian book?
Another gold.
Another gold. I'll keep the Bretonian book though.
Just punching people to
Well,
death.
that's 5 times.
What about?
So it's 25 pages.
About the books on demons or herbs?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was thinking I probably should sell the demon book because once Thad realizes about it, he's gonna burn
everything's
it.
times 5.
How much would they give for that?
That book, they'll give you 2 gold.
Then I'll keep it.
Okay.
I don't have it.
Oh. What about the?
Do you have money to be able to buy whatever you need? I don't know. What does an advisor
Writing
need?
kit.
A writing kit?
Yeah.
Writing kit?
Mhm.
You don't have enough money for that?
I don't have money.
But I think the whole point was if you need something,
Right.
the group has money for it.
Yeah. So
So however much a writing kit is.
so the stuff we sold, there's
That's 150 gold,
Yeah.
George.
there's
I'm fine
there's
with that then.
22.
You're gonna keep everything else?
22 gold and 11
Yeah, because I
silver.
want to keep
Even if we split it with your guys,
for future.
Oh,
even if we
Okay.
split it with your guys after
yeah.
we sold it,
Okay.
That's
even at
that's
the
a good payday.
yeah, after the terrible rolls you and I both had, we ended up with 22
I
gold
forgot
and
the
silver.
Bretonian book and write it down on the
Which
note.
means-
So
Everybody can
yeah,
have
ooh,
2
so
gold.
150.
Okay.
That's 11 people, 2 gold. So is 2 gold gonna cover your?
Yes, 100%.
You're like, I just
So-
increased my net worth.
Well, no,
My-
I'm gonna burn it real quick.
So
Um,
everything.
Oh, probably new spells.
No, and then I want to try to get some magic armor.
you're gonna add 2
for
gold
my
to
sword
your
down to college.
Okay. Let me take some time to figure out how I want to do that
Okay.
as far as value and so forth. Because there isn't anything that exists in Warhammer as such.
Yeah.
Rolemaster has lots of precedent for that. That's relatively easy, but I need to judge how I want to do that.
My fear is I'm gonna walk into a room and then get shot by an arrow and just killed immediately.
Okay, and your focus is more on armor type rather than defensive bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the etheric armor we've been doing a defensive bonus, like the DB.
And
Right.
your-
For that, I want something that gives me higher armor in terms of that.
what's his name?
Like,
Not crippled.
the
Okay.
armor number.
Okay, so Rolemaster typically has a couple of options. You either have like a ring or something like that that gives you an energy field that it gives you the equivalent of armor,
Okay.
or it gives you a defensive bonus, or you have armor like a suit of leather that doesn't encumber you and doesn't affect spells.
Okay.
I bought the writing kit.
It's robes.
Okay.
Now I have everything.
Flowing robes. It's
Okay.
a giant ballroom gown that takes it.
So we'll go ahead and wrap up here. Now, my understanding is after he does his week of training, you guys have hung around town, etc. You burn your lifestyle again in living expenses. At that point, your plan is to go to Wittendorf next time, correct? Okay.